Changing the car. Made a little seat there. Into the little bush. So you can see inside. Enjoy the family. Yeah, guys, that's the visit. Picking up his pictures, random dude just come up. Yeah, we're getting the ticket to go back to Tokyo for the night in the hotel. We'll be editing all this to go possible. Do try turning the chills on. We're doing that like Monday.
I'm with a cold sweat.
Hot sweat, man. You said this were going home with you. 600 quid, wasn't it?
Oh, how much? Hey, oh, did you hear that?
No.
He said 600. Robin, that was a first time thing.
20 seconds.
Right, if I bid again, are you going to bid any more?
He's
got that stonker face on his nose.
10, 9,
Well done, mate.
Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But then, do you not get? If you get a swipe, do you not? Does it not start to build up down?
Sorry, I had to do it. Sorry.
You've eaten everything I've ever built on a slope, mate. I forgot everything. Oh.
Good timing.
Perfect timing, that, mate. Good evening, buddy. You well?
Not bad,
Good
mate.
evening,
Not
Noel.
bad. Looking well.
Welcome all, and welcome back to, well, on this occasion, the GKP Friday Night Live. Not Thursday night, because yesterday was my 26th wedding anniversary. So apologies to all for not being on, but family first and all that lot. And we had a 2-week break. Well, that was 4. So 2-week break while we were away for a holiday in Corfu. That was great, mate. You look like you've got a bit of colour as well.
In the hair, in the beard, in the face.
Oh, yeah. We've got something to come for that one later on.
That background, mate, is like spitting image.
It's something that was sent to me by somebody quite close to you.
For great reason.
All I'll say is hair dye and bathroom. And then the finishing product, which was nothing like the original started, which is quite good though. Did look good. that we had it. How's your fortnight been then, mate? Have you been busy down the farm and all that lot?
Yeah. Well, I've only been back for a few days, but it's all
What did
hands on deck,
you've
innit?
been away for a break too then? Did you go?
Yeah,
I figured you must have been to a festival or something.
Yeah, I went to a festival and a few days away in painting. But yeah, a few days away, and
it's all a blur, isn't it? It's all a blur. It's gone. Can't remember any of it.
No. So, yeah, no.
Thank you.
All just about all right. Get on.
We've got something about. Oh, look, Rob Fox must be hair dye nearly out. There we go.
Nearly washed out. Apparently, it washed out in 2 washes, but it's hanging in there.
Yeah. It's just look at state of mine, mate. I went proper fucking white. I literally, yeah. I went and got my hair cut because the side of my head and the back of my head, I just had a line of darker hair there at the bottom, and the rest of it looked white. I thought, this don't look good at all. Look right, Dick. So I went and got it cut short at sides just so it looks less grey. But yeah, absolutely fantastic holiday. It was lovely. We had some real good weather. Coldest day we had was 37 degrees. And the warmest that we had was 42, mate. It was banging. We were on the beers from 10 o'clock in the morning right through till like 12:30, 1 o'clock every night. It was great. We were brilliant. Loved it. Just chilled out. Right, nice rest. Nice relax. Poolside. And I tell you what, no, right? This is a bit of a confession. I've never been very good at reading, and I've never claimed to be. I've never been very good at reading at all. And it's something I've always been, with having dyslexia, it's something I've always been really pissed off about, and I hated it. I've never read to my kids. But with doing this and reading, a lot more, because I have to doing this, it's forced my hand to be able to. And I actually went on holiday. When we went away, I thought, this is a lot of sunbathing. I need something to do. And I found myself a book. And I actually read 3/4 of a book. And I've still got it to finish.
3/4?
Yeah, 3/4. I mean, that's a fucking lot for me, mate. Bearing in mind, I've not read a book since I left school. And this is no shit. I haven't read a book since I left school. But now I managed to read 3/4 of a book. And I didn't get the book until like the second or the third day that we were there. Because we saw this little, in the main lobby area, there were loads of like board games and cards and stuff like that and all that kind of stuff. And then there were loads of books, and I was like, so I went and asked the receptionist, what's all the books about? She said, they're what guests have left for other people to make use of. And I thought, ooh, I'll have a quick look and see if there's out there that might interest Marie while she's sat sunbathing. And then I went down and told her, and she said, why don't you go get yourself one? I don't fucking read books, kind of thing, like that. And I went up and had a look, and I thought, oh, hang about, there's a book there that sounds quite interesting. And I really did get into it. So I think I've changed a little. And I noticed it because I have been doing a little bit of reading with my grandkids, which is a little bit easier now. But I could never pick a book up, read it, and then it sink in, if you know what I mean. I'd find myself going back over the same thing again and again and again and reading again and again. And I just used to get pissed off of it and think, sod that. But the whole story kept me, and it kept me quite engrossed. I tried to read it on way back, but everybody were trying to sleep because his flight were delayed. So I'm sat there with a light on, and I'm thinking, I'm getting funny looks here from everybody. So I turned it off. But I did actually manage to do 3/4 of a book, which I will finish at some point. And I guess, again, really, that is thanks to you guys and me doing this. A bit random, but there you go.
New skills.
Go on, sorry.
New skills for you, isn't it?
To be fair, mate, it is, but it's something that doing this has made easier, somewhat. I won't say Gal's found 50 Shades of Grey. That's my next one. Yeah, he certainly made a bit of a difference going away anyway, and just having that chill and relax. It was literally just kick back, relax. We actually set off to go for a walk on one day where we thought, all right, we'll go get to the next little town over. It were only 2-odd miles away from where we were, so we thought, right, what we'll do is we'll get on local bus, and we'll just jump on bus, whiz down road, go to the next little place, have a little wander on down Fruit Main little centre, and then we'll make us way, because beach, we're right, beach side of it. So we thought we'll go down and we'll have a pop on beach and we'll have a sit on beach for a bit, have a few drinks. But as we were set off and we were going, there's a lot of people over there on motorbikes and quads and all that kind of stuff, and scooters everywhere. Shit, this was brilliant, Rick. I wished I'd got it on camera, man, because it was one of the best things I've ever seen. There were these gang of 6 or 7 lads on quads, and they were all flying along the road, and there were one lad at back, and he were kind of a bit behind the rest of them. Not miles, but, maybe a couple of car lengths difference. And he wasn't really looking where they were going, and they were kind of like doing this, and he realised he were drifting a little bit. So he tried to do that quick, steer over to the right to straighten himself up and put it onto 2 wheels, shit his pants, and wobbled it back the other way, and then went straight in toward oncoming traffic. So this lad's like shitting himself, trying to stop. There's I'd say like a vehicle delivery truck for like Morrison's or that kind of thing, size vehicle, like a Luton van. So there's like a Luton van coming straight at him, and he's skidding, and he swerved at last minute and smashes straight into the front of his parked car. So this lad's like really fucking dazed because he just crashed into his car. We're stood there going, fucking hell, that was mad. Because we thought he was going to swerve into us. So we're trying to get out of the road to get out of the way of him. Next thing you know, this lad's sitting on his quad and he's trying to put his foot against his front car to pull it off at quad because it's rammed into the front bumper. He's trying to pull it off and giving it this. And this guy gets out, a passenger seat at lorry, and they start shouting at each other in some foreign language. Well, no, because the other lad wasn't Greek. One was Greek, but the other one we think might have been Italian. So they were like back and forwards at each other. And this guy just walks straight over to him, takes 2 steps forward, and just goes, bosh, with a great big fucking side hander, straight around his helmet. And this lad's legs just went, nearly sparked him out. And I thought, poor lad's just been in a crash. Just nearly watched his life flash before him. And now this guy's just knocked him out. And I'm thinking, God, that was mental 5 minutes. And then that's because we're watching all this bus drive past us, and we're like, bastard, there's his bus. So we ended up walking for 2 miles, walked all the way along, had a walk through, and then had 2 or 3 lovely pints at this little pub. And then turned around and thought, well, we spent all day, and now let's have a walk back. So we walked back, but fucking hell, 42 degrees walking. It were only like, we're having 2 or 3 mile, but it felt like we'd done 40 mile. God damn. We were bright red. I got strap marks from my t-shirt on my arms. Our lass got a mark on his shoulder from where a bag had been. We were boiling his asses off. We just managed to, thought we'd trundle back in, have a quick shower, down to the bar and have a few more drinks. But it was quite eventful. I really wish I'd got it on camera, but poor lad, man. He looked well shocked when he got a great good. He must have given him a right whack though, even with helmet on. And he was like, whoa, when his legs, the legs did that. He just like jelly legs on him. Thought, poor lad's going here. But he managed to keep it. Then all of a sudden, 2 or 3 of the other guys, his mates come flying back on their quads. And this guy jumped in van passenger and they did one. So lad pulls his bike off, his quad out in front of the vehicle and then shoots off down. Left the car that had been smashed up, no details exchanged, no fucking nothing. And they were like, brand new car outside the road, smashed in. But quite all that whilst waiting for a bus.
There you go. That's why people get buses every day. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something different.
It's well go by.
Yeah, we're crazy. For all those that might be going and might be attending the BKS Great British Koi Show, I will be there. We've literally this morning. Yesterday we went up there and got half of it all set up. That's all there. Today we've been up and we've got all the shells and the dry goods in. And this evening we've been back and we've got all the fishing. Just in time to be able to shoot back to work, get my vehicle, drive home to come back and do this. I will be there tomorrow morning and I will be there from 8 o'clock. Obviously you guys and public-wise will be allowed entrance from 10. It'd be nice to see anybody that comes around or comes up, feel free to come in, say hello. But I won't be there Sunday. I will only be there on the Saturday, as it stands at present. We've got a lot of staff, so it's not really required for us all to be there.
Your voice travels a beauty.
Have a quick catch up with some of these comments while Rick pops off. We got Dark Horse Koi, which is Seska, says happy anniversary, Gaz. Thank you very much. Evening all, and welcome back, Gaz. We missed you, and the love and congratulations for yesterday to you and the missus. Thank you very much, Craig. Appreciate it, bud. Susan says morning, everyone. Good morning, Susan. Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. And we've got good evening from Terry, evening from Bran, and again, Rick went away, Gaz, because you gave him a fortnight off. Yeah, maybe.
I used the time, didn't I?
That's it. Get it in. Matt will be joining us, and I have sent a link to Crafty as well. But Matt's going to be a little bit late. Crafty, I'm hoping he's got it because I've sent the link. But Matt, Messenger's dicking about a little bit, but I will double check and make sure that it has gone through. Yeah, it has. Yeah. So hopefully
he's not at the Newark show tomorrow, though, is he?
No, he backed out. So I'm saying backed out. Didn't do that when he did the other one last weekend instead. So
it's mad.
It was supposed to be.
It's mad, isn't it?
Changed.
There's something going on all the time.
It's koi season, mate, and it's what it's like. It's crazy. It's chaotic. I never expected it to be as busy as it is. There's a lot to it, guys. There really is. What all these dealers do in preparation for a show and for an event like this, it's a hell of a lot, man. Kev had to box up 45 boxes of fish this morning from stupid o'clock to get them all loaded up into the vehicle to get them up there for this afternoon. So they've been in overnight, so they're rested and sorted, and had time to chill out a little bit to get everything up there and ready. So it's a hell of a lot more than what you'd expect, and that's nothing in comparison to what the guys do down there at the BKKS. When I went down on yesterday morning, we were down there to get our vats out and get them in, get some water in them, get it all done and get sorted out and get them all laid out and into position. The hall was, all the main vats were in, all the overflow systems that they have for the top-up systems, they were all done, they were all finished, and they were all sorted. But all the trade stands there were just one or two that had got their stuff up and sort of half done and half finished. So it was a case of we got ours in, got ours done, had a quick nosy around, a little bit of a breakfast with the lads, and thank you very much for that. It was greatly appreciated. Had a sit down and a bit of a natter and a chat, and then obviously back to ours to get everything else ready to bring up and get up and bring up again today. Dry goods and everything else, shelving, racking, and all up there and done and sorted, ready for it. So looking forward to it. Should be good. I think it could be a good event. I got to see some of the fish today that were benching and that were in there and that had been benched. There's some nice fish in there as well. So there's some nice fish to be looking at. Of the ones that I didn't have managed to have a quick nose at. Mr. Hadfield and all the rest of them up there on the koi. And a few of us wandering around. I believe they'd been up and giving him an hand and he did say, actually, Paul Mack did turn around and say that he was absolutely blown away with the amount of people that had come and helped, and they'd all been an absolute pleasure to have and done a fantastic job. So that's off to you all guys that had gone up there to give him an hand, because obviously it's a hell of a lot to do. To set up one of those events. And it's a big 2 halls, isn't it, that thing? But it's mad how you can go to one like that. And for me, I think the Great British Koi Show has got the best buzz about it. Out of all the koi shows, that's the one that I've always enjoyed the most. I've always liked the atmosphere. I've always liked the stall, the layout, the people that's been there. It's been the one that I've enjoyed more than any of others. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the others. It's just, I don't know about what it is about.
Sorry, everyone.
The better place. Oh, welcome.
Sorry.
New guest. Oh, have we got? Oh, look at that. Pizza's here. Perfect.
Pizza delivery. She might be loud, but she's got pizza on, so
yeah. So there's no complaints.
All's forgiven. All's forgiven. Yeah, I mean, it's just getting. I say, I think indoor shows you get more atmosphere.
Yeah, I think you do. See the outside. I mean, when it's inside, you've got that sound of everybody there. You're the sound of the moving, running water. You've got all that kind of going on. The atmosphere is lost somewhat when it's out in a field, isn't it? Because you don't get to hear all that unless you. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can hear that people going around and talking, but it's not the same buzz, I don't think, as what you get down there at the Great British. Just my opinion.
You struggling. You couldn't. The size of the National, you couldn't put on in.
Oh no, you do. That'd be one hell of a big hole, wouldn't it, to put that in? Yeah. And the length that they'd have to go to get. Jesus Christ! Imagine trying to do all that kind of drainage and trickle in, trickle out systems as well. It'd be mad.
Yeah. So I spoke to Aaron today, and he'd just come from finishing the North of England show across to the Great British or whatever. It's like mad, isn't it? You set up one, pat one down, and you're across to the next one to set up again.
Yeah.
Not been back.
It's when you think about that, there was, trades and koi dealers, because I seen some of the people that were showing fish, obviously like Lee Hadfield and another couple of other people that were up there at the one in South Shields at the weekend, which I have to drop a video at some point, but it's just having time to be able to get around to edit a damn video of it. When you go up there, there's people up there showing the fish, and obviously because there's an X amount of days rule, they're not allowed to show those same fish again, but they've got other fish and they were showing them, as a lot of people will be doing. You get all them coming down. So they've gone up there one weekend to do an event and then back to work for a week and then back again. So they're prepping and getting all the fish done and sorted and ready for one event, and then following week they've got a whole batch of other fish that they're getting prepped and ready and sorted to bring down to Great British. It's a hell of a lot. It's a hobby that people have got a lot of dedication from it. They should really have.
To do that, hats off, mate.
It's a lot to do, isn't it? Preparing 3-4 lots of fish for different shows, because if you don't want to take the same fish to the same vats, there's a lot. Yeah. What more to it than just keeping fish in water, isn't it, really?
And like for us, people say, well, why don't we do the shows? It's like I say, it's not a weekend. It's literally a week. The prep before and after, a whole week of your kind of busiest part of your season.
Yeah. That's it.
The farm, and it's just a nightmare.
It is. It's hard work, mate. Because you get fish that you think, right, well, we're going to get all these ready for that, and then you go through all of them, and then you go through and then selecting through a load more. Then you got to bring those fish together. Then you got to make sure that everything's hunky-dory with all them fish. And then once you've done all that, you've got to get all those fish cooled down into temperatures so that they don't take too much of a shock going to the show. And then you've got to keep them off at food so that they've got empty guts for when they go to the show. It's not a nightmare. But there's way more involved in it than what I actually thought there was. So
it's all about
a bit of an eye opener when you actually
see planning and preparation, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah.
What you do 100%. Year on year, you've got to do this, do that, do the other.
Yeah.
But it's not something inevitably. If you get all those fish sorted and you move one batch with another, and you have a parasite outbreak.
That's it, yeah.
They can't go, and you suddenly.
That's it. It only takes that one thing, doesn't it, to throw a spanner in works. That's why we tried to mix them early, so that in case there is anything like that, we can catch them. And even today, and the day before, and back end of last week and the beginning of last week, we've been going around doing scrapes and checks on all those fish to make sure that there's nothing parasite-wise on any of them. Even like literally before they were bagged up today to be taken and moved over there, they've had a scrape and we've done random spot, 4 or 5 fish, done scrapes on them to make sure that there's nothing going there going to show. It's even right down to the last dying minute. There's still preparation, then getting out there, make sure your water's in the day before, so if there is any chlorine in it, it can be gassing off. Adding fish safe, adding salt to help keep the stress down on the fish for when you're moving them to a new environment. Getting them all in there, then getting them all covered up, leaving them overnight, and then come following morning, water change, fish safe, salting them again. That's before you guys even walk through the door. We've got all that stuff, all the vats to do all over again. It's mad, but good fun also. Busy.
It's about it.
Yeah.
Suddenly, in 2 weeks, the season finishes. Shows are done, and
That's it. Done. Ta-da.
Game over.
Then what? Oh, what do we do then? Oh, here he is.
Hello, hello, hello.
Short back inside, sir. Have you had a little bit?
No.
He's getting thinner and thinner.
Or is it just receding? Is that what it is? Just a recession head.
I haven't had a
You
cup
should get
for 3 weeks, so yeah.
vegetables.
I reckon it's down to all the stress sitting there going like that.
Yeah, it's all the stress, mate. Innit? Trying to think about what to do with all your brass.
Ugh.
Invest it.
You good, mate? You had a good fortnight off? Off?
Yeah.
Not off, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, been just multitasking all over the place at the moment, and it's just
Multitasking. That's bullshit. Men can't do that, apparently.
He's eating a bacon sandwich with one hand and drinking a cup of tea with the other.
my day starts at 5 o'clock in the morning and finishes about 10 o'clock.
Have we to show everybody that little picture that you sent me, Matt?
Yeah, go on.
I think we should. But you don't get away with it this week either, though, mate. Unfortunately.
Multitasking at 5 in the morning.
That's when the birds wake up, isn't it?
What birds, mate?
The
Oh,
pheasant
no.
time.
Right.
Let's quickly share Rick's preparation whilst he was off for 2 weeks. This is what he was doing.
I'll do my hair. Look.
Yeah, look at that. Purple eyebrows, green beard,
I
green
did the whole
sides,
five, mate.
purple head.
I actually
And
said
then,
that does not look like you, Rich.
oh, wrong one, wrong way. This one. And that was the finishing product. Get it. Look at that for a shirt, as well as a sparkly
Glitter coming
face.
out my nose, my mouth, my eyes. Ezra did the blue paint job.
Gaz, go back 1 or 2 more, and you'll show the picture of what you were watching on your holiday.
Oh, good. I don't know. I can't. I've only got that one.
No,
It's on my phone. It's not on here.
yeah, it'll be on there. Keep going. Ah,
No,
man.
it's not, because that's my message to you saying, can you do the Friday night instead of the Thursday night? But prior to that, everything was sent through on my mobile. So that's the beach. You mean in?
A little bit ahead
Do you want the
makes
beach
a difference,
picture?
doesn't
You'd have to send it back again. But we've got this one that I have been asked to share. I was asked to post this one. Post it on the GKP, please.
Dear.
Matt looking rather happy with his fishing trip.
Better than last time I went with him. He was sick as a dog.
I almost was on this one. It was so rough. In the morning, it was horrendous. You couldn't stand up.
Mate.
You look rather happy with that one, mate.
Yeah,
Fish
it was
looks a bit shocked.
Yeah.
What have you been
What was
doing?
it? What's that?
It's a fawn back ray or a blonde ray. One of
That was that was a blonde. That was.
Oh, how good am I? Just from
blonde
the
with a
underside.
set lips like that, mate.
They're weird though, aren't they? When you catch one of them, it's like pulling up a bin lid, in it? Because just the whole flat against the water, and as you're just trying to reel them in, you just feel like it's heavy as shit, and you think this is fucking massive, and it comes up, and you're like, bastard! It's just a ray. Taupe as well. They're pretty good to catch, though.
Have you eaten it? Did you eat him? Or did you put him
I
back?
didn't. All the rays we chopped back in, apart from one that came up and it was bleeding, so we couldn't put him back in. But he was eaten. But
He was eaten. You get nice big fillets off them, though, don't you? They get nice big steaks off at wings. Yeah.
Yeah, you take the wings off
But
the
the
body.
fawn back ones, you get a lot of waste with the trying to remove all the fawns out of them, don't you? Because they literally have hooks that come up like sharp hooks on them. They stand about an inch off of them, don't they? Quite sharp and all.
It's pretty mad at the moment. All the boats the last 2 weeks have all been zero catching nothing at all out there, and all they're seeing is tuna. And they reckon that the tuna that are coming over are just absolutely annihilating all the mackerel stocks.
Are they really? So what you need is
Tuna
something
runs out.
annihilating the tuna.
Yeah. Yeah, the moment on the tuna is catch and release, you're not allowed to kill any of them.
Are they not?
No.
Don't tell anyone, do you? You just fill your boat up and come back. John West in.
DTK says, evening. Sorry I'm late. I'm carp fishing. Oh, tight lines, mate. Hope you catch some. Good on you.
I've got to be done, isn't it?
Yeah. Damn right.
I had to sort my fishing gear out. I'm off fishing soon.
Gaz, do you know the farm where you got your goshki from? That's losing all its red markings. I got mine from Odacan, mate, and I don't know where Odacan got it from beforehand. I've forgotten. It will be on the certificate. I will be able to have a look on it, mate, and I'll let you know. I'll drop you a message. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, fucking hell. It's lost all the Benny off the head. Most of Benny is now receding further down the back. And the thing is, that would then make it a Suri-ish. But even with the, well, you know, as a closest kind of like black silvery pattern, it's going to look garbage without all the Benny on it. But it is what it is, isn't it? Things happen. That's koi keeping, isn't it? That's what happens with them. Sometimes they come out and look good. Other times they turn to shit. Look at the draw.
Happens a lot, doesn't it?
But I'll let you know, mate. It will be on my certificate, which is pinned to my shed, which looks nothing like my fish no more. So I'll have to
send it back
put the red off it.
Send it back to Odicam.
Kibbe. There we go. Kibbe. Cheers, Crafty. Nice one. I have sent you a link, mate, but the link was dicking about, so I don't know whether or not it's come through. If it hasn't, let me know, and I'll send it to you again.
In Kibbe, the one that does the Goshki Sankey?
Yeah, that's what it was. Well, that's what it was. That's what it was. It's now a... Gosh.
Now it's a Becco.
I have no idea what it would be, to be fair. No idea what it is. But it's still obviously a nice fish. Just not as nice as what it was. So, be right, wouldn't it? Get another one. Do it again.
It proves the point though when people ask us, what's that fish going to grow into? What's it going to end up like? It's like,
well, yeah, you don't know, do you? You can't predict it, can you? Because they're not until, what is it, 3 to 4 years before patterns should solidify into what they're really going to be.
And then 3 to 4 years when they start going downhill.
Yeah.
But just as it looks all right.
Just as it looks mint, it starts turning to shit. Well, mine's turned to shit before it looked mint. So there we go. Well,
the reality is, how many fish are good enough to go to a show? Not many. How many fish you brought across the country? Millions.
Yeah.
They all go wrong, pretty much.
At some
point. Degree. The secret's getting the one that doesn't go wrong and gets better, isn't it?
Good evening, mate.
Hello, all. No, Matt, you're not including that.
Oh, yeah, Matt wasn't on, but we'll add and Matt. Because it was
he was too busy multitasking.
He's a young lad that I met last year at the Great British Koi Show. Asked if he could have a picture with us, and he started his own little channel. So good on you, mate. I'm glad you did. We did have a little chat about it, and he said he was thinking about doing it, and he's actually gone ahead and he's done it. So nice one. Keep putting out the content, mate. Keep enjoying it, most of all. Don't worry about the views. Don't worry about the subscribers. Don't worry about the rest. Just have fun, because that's what it's about.
Yeah, you can't worry about. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you do things for yourself.
It's not like any of us. It's not like any of us are ever going to be anything major on YouTube. In the grand scheme of things, even the biggest YouTubers in the koi industry on YouTube are amoebas in the scheme of things, because they're nothing compared to the big top elite 10 that are within YouTube.
Giving away the $250,000 prize if you can pop that bloom. You know, that's what Mr. Beast does, isn't it?
Exactly, that's what I mean. What chance does? Because it's pretty niche, isn't it? Koi is pretty niche, really, in its sense of what it is for YouTube.
Perhaps it shouldn't be.
Yeah, maybe.
That's perhaps the topic we need to be traveling down. Isn't it? How do we make it more?
You can have this £1.7 million fish if you can pop this balloon with an air rifle between your legs whilst blindfolded spinning on a Catherine wheel. Yeah, something like that.
I've been watching loads of stuff, and some of it is just, it is.
Some of it's random as shit, man, isn't it? But they like use great big fucking catapults and throw some up in air so it comes flashing down to see how much of a dent it makes in ground.
We could put a big catapult
Chucking
in
big
the
stuff
lake
outside the quad.
and fire people down the lake, couldn't we? It goes service.
Right then.
I'd watch it,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Wow, what's that smart oxos? But then when I got to 26 years, I was thinking I'd have gotten less for murder gas. Yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from, mate. Get where you're coming from.
Yeah, but Mark's been married 2 years now, and it's balanced out.
Koi Monster, it says, hi all, it would be nice to see everyone and you guys and the gang at the show. It would be nice, mate. Make sure you come over and introduce yourself as Koi Monster so I know who you are, and we'll have a chat. I'll be there, but like I said, I will only be there on the Saturday, I think. At press, that's the plan. So,
How far is it for you? Hour and a half?
yeah, hour and a half from me. So I have to be there for 8 in the morning, be setting off 6:30. Straight through. Bosh.
That's not bad. Matt will have already been up for an hour and a half, seeing the birds get up.
Yeah. Bless them.
Yeah, with his high-powered binoculars.
If anybody's got any questions or topics, and what I am going to do, I am going to be going back over, and we are going to be looking at the Ginrin Kaku. Ones that were sent in first week and some that have been sent in this week. So we are going to do the normal Thursday Night Live, which will be, again, Thursday next week. But I think we should do some single-coloured fish. And I'm thinking perhaps maybe something like Pericina, Platinum Organ.
It could do.
Or
it doesn't spark a lot of interest, but yeah.
It doesn't, does it? It doesn't. But it was the only reason why I say it is because I was looking at one today that before we banged it up to put it in, and I was thinking, with a single colour fish, the fish's body, the scales, the luster to the fish has got to do all the talking, hasn't it? Because there ain't no pattern there.
So why do a single coloured fish excluding all the oys? So no chagoys, sourgoys, fishy oys.
Exclude all the oys. So orgons. So we're just doing all orgons.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah,
why not?
Single colour fish, you could do. But it's difficult to see a good platinum in a photo.
It
or
is
a video. When you see a good one in real life, it is
amazing. When they're good, aren't they? They are nice.
they are mega.
Paul Wimble says, question, pond liner or fiberglass for a block-built pond? We shall send you over to our specialist, Matt. How he called Dorset.
I've been having this debate. I don't normally get involved in it, but somebody asked this question on one of the Facebook channels or groups. And my question, I went back, was what is, because they were saying about the longevity between a fiberglass and a pond liner. And I was saying, but like with a warranty, what do you get on a fiberglass in? And what I'd love to do is to somehow or another find out what everybody's perspective of what's the advantages of having fiberglass over a pond liner and vice versa. And on all the bits I've done with pond liners and fiberglass, and when I've done the comparison on the price, a box liner is about a fifth of the price of a fiberglass. So what do you get as an advantage of having fiberglass over a pond liner?
Right. One question then for you. I wouldn't, to be fair, mate, to me, it would say box liner. But my question about a box liner would be, does it void the warranty on your liner if you cut a window in it?
No.
No.
100%.
That's not
100% guaranteed that the box liners have a warranty on them for 15 years, which I think anybody out there, you'll be lucky if you get a warranty on any fiberglass in more than a year.
Really?
Yeah, well, I've not met anybody, and somebody can come back at me and say that they got a 5-year warranty on it or whatever, or even a 15-year. love to see somebody that's going to want their fiberglassing for 15 years.
What's the lifetime expectancy of what they call it, the seal that you use to go around the window?
CT1.
That's it. Yeah. Well,
but even with the CT1s and the Aqua 40s, the Pond Life, there's so many of them. They're all more or less being manufactured exactly the same by the same company and put into separate tubes.
Yeah, they're all same shit, different envelope. Yeah,
that's not a problem with your pond liner. If that leaks after 5 years, it's still not a problem with the liner, is it? That's
no,
you
around
the window, isn't it? You just redo it, whatever.
Yeah,
I think
what would happen? I'd like to see what would happen to a pond that had like mine has, my big one, has got not subsidence. What do you call it? Settlement crack. The pond isn't going to go anywhere, but has a crack in it. What would have happened to the fiberglass with a crack? Well, I know what would happen if you had a crack and you had rubber. The rubber would obviously give with it and stretch. But what would happen with fiberglass?
Stop the blocks cracking stronger.
Sorry?
Might stop the blocks cracking, wouldn't it? It's stronger.
Well, I mean, I suppose
I don't get the obsession with fiberglass in ponds. I've seen very few that warrant it. That for the cost involved, like Matt says, you can drop if you've got a square pond or a sensible shaped pond, a decent liner. You've got to be. You could spend that extra money on so many other things.
Yeah. And it's roughly 5 times as much. Yes, it's cheap, obviously, if you do the fiberglassing yourself. But if you get a company to come in and it's 5 times the amount, it's like even if a box liner costs you £400, why would you want to pay £2,000 to have it fiberglass? I would be wanting to up your filtration or buy some better stock to go in the pond than go in fiberglass. I just don't. I am biased because obviously we sell lots.
Biased out of it though, Matt. If there's a genuine argument for it, as to price comparison, guarantees comparison, Aaron's made a good point there. You can have a daft shaped pond with fiberglass.
Yes.
What is the limitation to a Boxwell liner? How does it have to be box shaped? Can you make any bespoke shapes to them?
We can. What we can't do is non-vertical walls. So you can have a kidney shaped pond and I can build you a box liner to go in it. But if your walls are different angles, then we can't do it. We can do it on site, but we can't actually do a prefabricated one and send it. But yeah, if you had a kidney shaped and a 2-tier one, as long as your walls were vertical, then we can do it in a box liner.
You've also got the point of fiberglassing where you've got such a narrow window to do it. You need the temperatures and you need dry. So you've got that weather dependent.
No impurities or anything.
You just can throw it in.
Yeah, you can do it in the pouring rain, which you have done.
Go chuck it in. But yeah, for a bespoke pond, I get fiberglassing. But yeah, a lot of people do it because it's a thing to do for no reason other than we've got to have a fiberglass pond that's 6 foot deep. And
what's your two's opinion on? This is probably going to get me some shit, but who gives a fuck? The vast majority of ponds out there are pretty generic, aren't they? A rectangle with a fucking window in it. Nobody seems to do anything different. When Aaron says there, you can have a daft-shaped pond. Hardly anybody makes daft-shaped ponds. Everybody does the same thing. 6 meter by 4 meter or 3 meter by 2 meter, whatever. And it's always a rectangle with a pane of glass in front of it. That's the majority of ponds that are out there. And to me, it's not my cup of tea. I couldn't be asked with having that generic same pond that you might as well just go out and get a fiberglass easy pond and just drop it into an all-in ground if you wanted that appeal to it to be below the surface. Or if you're not bothered about it being above ground, just sticking it above ground and saying, there you go, ta-da, I've got it, it's done. It's all.
That's the point, though, isn't it? That's the difference between a formal pond or something that's aesthetically pleasing, that fits into a landscape.
Like that one that you,
I know a lot of the ponds you see are just that bog standard square, and that's because it's easy. Materials come in those kind of sizes, isn't they?
but when you look at a proper, there's plenty of ponds out there. There are, like Wrighty's, for example. That's a brick built pond, but it's got shapes and curves to it, and rounds and bows to it. It is like a kidney shape, isn't it? This is not the conventional build, but you can do it with brick, but most people don't, or don't tend to do. They just go with a straightforward rectangle. And I think
it's a cost, isn't it? If you're going to,
I'm not saying my pond's any better. Don't think.
Then you do it with like straight edges, and
not.
if you're going to insulate it because you're going to heat it, you've got, and it all just kind of works. But yeah, I prefer a much more in-ground, informal pond, but making that work filtration-wise and all the debris that goes in it is a giant headache, isn't it? If you've got a raised pond, you don't get all those problems. And if everyone has horses for courses, isn't it? You go through a period where 10 years ago, everyone wants plants and stuff in their pond, and they want ledges and they want all this stuff. And suddenly now it's a square hole with a window in it, and it will change again, no doubt. And
you think it'll all come full circle, and we'll change back to ponds being dropped in and being just straightforward, lined out like the
landscape. If you look at Japanese ponds, the landscape, they're built.
American does, don't they? American seem to activate their ponds to make them look beautiful, and they fit in within the environment in and around, and they'll border them all up. They'll put, maybe a little jacuzzi, a fire pit at the side of it, kind of thing, and they go to more flow through the garden with it all than just being a rectangle.
But a lot of people's gardens in this country are a square box,
a rectangle. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can maximise with a rectangle or a square. You can maximise that area if you have got a small garden.
And it's easier for box-well liners, isn't it, Matt?
Definitely. Yeah.
He started the trend. Matt's fault.
Yeah. Still now, I can't believe how many people are building ponds. This not late in the year, but I've never had it going on like tonight.
You say it's not late in the year, but mate, we're turning out. We're changing. The nights are creeping in. It's getting dark by 9. What time are we now? Yeah,
8:20.
8 night. It's going to be 9 o'clock or so, 9:30 at the latest, and it's going to be dark out there. We've got temperatures that are dropping down to 9 and 10 degrees on a night. Well, we are here. Don't know about anywhere else, but we certainly are here. Jesus Christ, last night and the night before, we had a living room fire on because it was that cold in the house. It proper dropped dramatically compared to
Did you come back from Greece?
That's what we said. We said this, but I was talking to Ryan's dad about this morning. Oh, should I say Andy about that this morning at work? And he was saying, you know what, guys, I thought I was going a bit soft. I'd got central heating on last night as well. So it wasn't just because they said it dropped like 9, 10 degrees down there. And when I've been going in, polytunnels are cooler in the morning. And the water is feeling cooler. And we're talking about starting to get stuff kicked back up and getting systems running again because temperatures dropping.
Cooler.
Yeah, it is compared to what it was. Everything is starting to seed on trees, which is the beginning of autumn. We're over the hump of summer and on his way down into. We are, aren't we? We're on his way down and into. I don't know. I like autumn. I like winter too, so it don't bother me none either way.
Well, it won't be long and you'll be going, well, everybody have a lovely Christmas and New Year, and we'll see you in the New Year.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate, isn't it? We're not, 22nd of the 8th. We're like 3 and a bit months off.
22nd. Prime growing season, mate. Feed, sort, grade, feed.
Yeah.
Feed, sort, grade, feed.
That's it. That's exactly that. I've got to bring this one up, but I like the dark roof, I guess is meaning of the BKKS for filming, but no bar at the Great British Koi Show. There is a bar at the Great British Koi Show. It's right next door to the cafe.
Aaron's not found it. He's been drinking his own beer all day. To be fair, it's better than last show when I drank all his beer.
And that's all his food.
Probably.
I don't know if it were actually open. I'm sure it were open last year. It was definitely open the year before, 100%, because I had a picture of a Japanese breeder that came over and stood outside at bar with him. Snowy Huddersfield next week. Budget pond keeper. Could be right, mate. It could be right. My fish have already started getting all that, parking up on an evening already. And they have, mate. I'm not joking. I'm not shitting you. I've just come home now. Sun's off at pond. The last time I saw the temperatures, which was, I haven't looked at temperature because I haven't been into filter house, was Sunday last week, and the pond were at 14 degrees. That's pretty damn cold for summer.
Yeah, right. It is.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
14 degrees. It's fucking Huddersfield. It's just shit, man. It's cold. It's just cold. When I've come back from 42, man, we were like that. Fucking hell. I wish I'd put something more other than shorts on, that's for sure. When I was coming home on flight, it was cold.
Well, we're not that bad. We're still roasty toasty.
I'll have a quick flick through here because there has been a couple of questions that I saw. Hang about, there was one there from Matt. Rick.
There's one for Matt. Box liners. Special. Did he go special offers? Buy two, get one free. We need to do that on box liners. Get people digging new ponds.
I'm sure I just saw one there for. Oh, there you go. Steelman David. Question for Rick. Have you ever used barley straw to treat green water, as my local fishing pond is using it?
No, yes and no. It's a long-term thing.
Yeah.
So
you drop a barley bale in there and it's supposed to, but it's not something that happens overnight. It can take months for it to do it.
Yeah. So it releases like a basic, as it breaks down, it releases a chlorine type compound that inhibits algae. So if you dump it in a great big lake in the spring, you might have less algae in the lake.
Come
autumn. We've got a lot of problems this summer with obviously algae. There's a lot less fresh water about, and algae's becoming more and more of a problem because obviously the nutrients in the water is getting higher, temperatures are still high. Algae's not a problem until it starts dying, and then it becomes a problem. And that's kind of what's kicking off now. This is why we start harvesting ponds and whatever. But yeah, barley straw. So they do a barley straw extract, obviously, which is where it's processed along a line a bit further, and you're putting that compound in that inhibit algae. There's probably better stuff for ponds to use. If you've got a giant 30-acre gravel pit, then a few barley straws are probably the best still. Don't cost a lot, does it? It's one of them. There's loads
you always see, don't you? We always see them in fishing lakes because they get heavily fished and they get heavily stocked, and people are banging baits in, and a lot of them don't have fresh water supplies being linked to them. A lot of them tend to do the barley bales, wang them in just to try keep down the risk of what they're all petrified, which is the blue-green algae kind of carrying on, because that normally causes a mass oxygen starvation in pond, and then everything bellies up and dies. But they tried to prevent it as much as they can. Our local water, which is just down the road from where I live, they're quite regular put them in. But there's other ways of aerating as well. There's stuff like you can put them in where they spin underneath they spin propellers on the top with a wind, so it turns and gyrates the motion of the water underneath to keep movement going and stop it from becoming stagnant and stuff like that. But
it's one of those. It's most people's koi ponds. It's not really of much use.
Yeah,
but yeah, if you're trying to keep 50 acres of water free of algae, the cheapest way possible, 20 barley straws, barrels, not a lot.
Aesthetics, strength, and peace of mind. Fiberglass every time.
That sounds like a Colgate advert. Right. But that's the point, isn't it? If you've got a random shaped pond that might give in places, fiberglass is amazing. It's an amazing material, isn't it? but it's unnecessary for a box. It's one of them.
Yeah.
Like Matt said, at the end of the day, a liner that fits in a box has got to be better.
I shall hand you over to our local expert. Question: how do you measure for a box weld liner if you've got a sloped bottom to the bottom drains?
Easy, you can't. Well, it's impossible. So if you imagine you palm your hand, and I haven't got a piece of paper, and you try to put a piece of paper into it, and to get it to sit in, it won't go in. When I say it's impossible, you can have it, but you will not have it totally and utterly wrinkle free. Something like that, guys.
Yeah, so when you press down on it to get it into the middle, you get the wrinkles and the crinkles, don't you?
Yeah, but if you've only got, say, 2 to 4 centimeters, what we can do is allow for the sides to be pulled in to drop down into the bottom drain. But if you're expecting to have a totally wrinkle-free, crease-free pond, the chances are you're not going to end up with one. It's not going to be folds like what you would have on a flat liner, but it's not going to be totally and utterly fiberglass perfection, as it were. But if you take your time at it, dropping it in there and filling up the water, then it will gradually sink into it, and you can pull out, because some areas will stretch and some areas won't, and you can get a pretty bloody damn good job at it. But
Or
yeah,
you can do the pond with a slope and have your drains at one end and have it nice. You could
do that, go from one end to the other. But when you think with my pond, was it 6 by 6 meters with only 2 bottom drains? If you can get your filtration working properly, you'll find that you can actually pull everything into the bottom drains without dead spots anyway. So you don't need to have the bottom of the pond sloping.
Yeah. There we go. That rectangle pond with a window doesn't sound like your pond, Gaz. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because I'm a traditionalist and I believe, and I'll stand firmly by it, I believe koi should be viewed from above. You should be looking down onto your fish. That's what all the patterns are designed to do. Apart from all these Aragoki ones that we all keep selling you now because they've got scales.
Because they won't want to.
And then you need a window so you can appreciate them. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I think an in-ground pond is more aesthetically clean than a breeze block box. I wouldn't mind one if it was below the ground, built like that, being a rectangle. I won't mind that. I won't mind it being below ground. I just won't want it up and out of the ground, because you're limited to what you can do with it, where you've got that some form of a cover to go with rendering it, or you're going to tile it, or you're going to do whatever. But you know, everybody's to their own out there. For me, I prefer them in the ground, or if I was going to have it above the ground, I'd rather have it with like a natural stone finish, which I do believe at one point Aaron's dad were going to do on his pond. I don't know if he actually did or not. I've kind of I think he did. I think he were going to use like pieces of Yorkshire stone and make it so it was random built all the way around it, and that way then it'd be a little bit more appealing to me, rather than, I don't like gardens to be uniform in that kind of square border lines, boxes and all that. I like curves and shapes and swirls and swirls, all that. I won't want a square bush. I won't want a square edge. It's bad enough having a square fence. I won't want a square edge as well. All that. It's just not my cup of tea. Easy to work out volume, etc. Different if you fill with a meter, but uniform is way easier for everything, Paul says. I understand it. I understand everybody doing it, and I understand people building them in that sense, because it's far easier to work out volumes. It's far easier to work out, returns and all the such and everything else.
Mind.
Yes, exactly that. Exactly that, Susan.
Right. Multitasking, see, I can do it.
Let's
I
see.
can weed, get a beer, and talk.
And pizza.
And pizza. Which I knocked on the floor and the dog ate a bit, but.
Oh, you're joking.
Right.
Now wrong with Huddersfield, my hometown. But I live in Donna. There you go. So that says a lot. You stayed here. Oh, dear. No, there ain't no wrong with it, mate. There's 2 or 3 good parts of it. Road in and out somewhere else. You know, there's a few of them. Shorts on until November. Not getting me in shorts for a good long time now.
You wore shorts on holiday, didn't you?
I did, mate. Yeah, I did. Shorts. Even made them shorter so I didn't have so much of a white ass.
Fair enough.
Crinkly bottom.
There you go. So fiberglass is good for some things. But for, like you say, 90% of ponds you
It
see,
is though, right? I mean,
no need.
when for me, I mean, I'm with Matt. I'm all about the liner because at the end of the day, with a liner, if shit goes wrong, it's simple. You switch your pump off, switch your stuff off, you whip out your liner, and within a couple of hours, you're back up and running. If something goes wrong with your fucking fiberglass, that's it. You're up shit creek without a paddle. You're done.
You just patch it with some more fiberglass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to do that, you've got to prep it back so much. You've got to take it right back so that it can all key to it. And a lot of times it don't key to it. A lot of times it fails, especially if you've got 3 good coats of gel coat over top. It ain't as easy as what people think. You can take a patch of 40 grit or 80 grit to fiberglass surface, and you've really got to put a good old sander behind it to take that back enough to be able to put a patch on it.
But there must be watching us now enough people that have got fiberglass ponds. What is the warranty that you normally get with the ponds?
Oh, you do with your boats? Oh, you love a boat. I've got fiberglass and I wish I didn't. Fiberglass.
Paul, Twisted Coy says, Paul, I'd be lost if I couldn't sit on the edge of my pond. But if you did sit on the edge of your pond, you wouldn't have cracked your top flags. Sorry, mate. Just been a bit tongue in cheek.
Would you just put a chair by your pond?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did.
Just stick
Stick a bench at the side of it. Right. I will say this much. Anybody that's got a pond above ground, you ain't got that back aching crap when you're bending over, if you are trying to do something, if you are trying to work on your pond, or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Lifetime guarantee. Whose lifetime? If it's his, then you've only got a couple of months, haven't you? I had GRP fiberglass my pond. Lifetime guarantee. Never had no trouble. Well, I don't reckon his lifetime's going to be as long as yours. Oh, you grew up in Slaffwaite. In Slaffwaite, I'll say how it's. You grew up in Slaffwaite, but it's pronounced Slowit for those that are from Huddersfield. So Terrier's 1908. You'll know exactly what I'm on about. But most people will read that as Slaffwaite. It's Slowit.
Slaffwaite
Is what we call it.
Slaffwaite.
Yeah, half in, half above, and that'd do it. I'd be all right with one. I think if I were going to have a rectangular fiberglass one. And to be fair, I don't know. I honestly don't understand why anybody pays anybody to fiberglass a pond, because it's not fucking hard work at all. And then really that makes out, oh, you've got to make sure you don't all get all this in it and all that in it and all the rest of it. It's a lot of shit. A load of absolute twaddle.
Gaz is volunteering to come and do one fiberglass in.
If I were going to do it, if I were going to do it and I were going to get it, I would fiberglass it myself. It's a piece of piss. It's no different between fiberglassing a pond and fiberglassing a car bonnet. or a fiberglass in a front wing. It's the same principle. It's the same methods used. It's the same products. It's the same stuff. It's the same thing. I've done it.
Fiberglass is a car bonnet and a car wing anymore.
Well, most Citroens have made out of fiberglass front wings, front bonnets.
Most Citroens, probably.
Yeah, most Citroens have got fiberglass front wings and bonnets. There's not many. There's not a lot. Not all cars are all metal.
I wouldn't know.
No, you see, there you go. Every day's a school day. Hi, slow it. There you go. You knew exactly what we're on about.
I mean, at the end of the day,
GKP
most people,
sponsored by Howie Coy Pond Liners.
he's dominating the market now.
Yeah.
It's not Bridgestone tides. It's Matt's Howie Coy.
Right. If you got, let's say you got a big kind of country house type look thing, like Matt's got, and I know you want, Rick, but
Yeah, we've seen it with the lawns.
If you could do a pond, build, what would you do? What would you put in? And I'm not talking for a. What the fuck?
What's going on out there, man?
What are you doing?
My company. Oh shit! Well, Rich, you've seen it. The hole that I punched through the floor one night doing GKP, leant back on the chair. I kept it quiet until this time. The chair went through the floor.
So your decking's gone.
So we decided we're going to replace all the floor. And when we took the floor out, all of the rafters have got eaten by woodworm. So everything had to come out. So yeah, my stately home is woodworm infested.
Is it woodworm? As well,
Yeah,
it is woodworm. That's
madly, yeah. You could go like that with it.
It just crumples to shit.
Yeah.
You know, my mum and dad's living room sofa went through their living room floor because of that. All joists and everything. They sat down on it and it just went boom and sunk. What the hell? And then my dad took floorboards up so he could go underneath house, and he had to take them all out from all the joists and all the floorboards and the skirting boards, and then build it all back up again and do it all again in the living room, kitchen, bathroom, and hallway, because it's spread out. It's bungalow, so it's spread all the way across through all lot.
Yeah,
Matt's got that.
Yeah,
it's gone through into the dining room, outside the living room, and here in the dining room. All of it totally and utterly grab hold. 62 timbers, and they were oak as well. So my woodworm down here, I've got sharp teeth.
double hard bastards.
You could literally just go like that, and it crumbled.
Yeah,
And when
don't
we
take
found,
much, does it?
found 3 dead rats underneath, mummy cried.
Crafty says fiberglass is the way. It's
Why?
the future. Marek says fiberglass your decking.
Maybe that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Or line your floor.
Below and free. See, now that sounds perfect. Michael Thompson, my pond is 4 foot below and 3 foot above. Fiberglassed it myself, good man. And after 15 years, still going strong. And he did it himself. Yeah. There you go. Did I miss any other questions? There's lots of other people fishing. So to Mark and to DT, whilst you're watching, right? I want to know the first of you to catch. Whoever catches first whilst you're alive.
From this point.
On. Right. Has anybody got any topics or questions that they would like to have a natter about this evening? Oh, that one. I made this from Matt. Go on, I'll show it just for shits and giggles. I sat at the beach and I said, what was it that you said?
You said, how can you beat this view? Or how could you not want to be here with this view? Yeah. So I went back and said, well, I could think of something better that could be stood in front of me. And then you sent me back this picture.
I hope it's a nice fish.
Well, I didn't have. There was no. He said there was no ladies present, so I grabbed that off and turned it to a sticker and put it over the picture and sent it back. And he went, "That's better."
You male chauvinistic pigs.
He requested it. I just
He
didn't.
of course he did.
He requested it. I just did what he said. Hey, Dave, is this the first one of the night? Have you just caught this right now?
Oh, he's never just caught one straight away.
Look at that. Nice linear mirror.
It's a bit like when I take my photos.
A very similar shocked face to how yours look, Matt, too. That's two anglers I'm worried about.
Yeah, that seems to be like I tried during the week to do some photographs, and every time I did some, they ended up with the mouth open. It's like, for God's sake.
It's quite hard to get a picture of a fish so that its gills aren't blown or its mouth's not open. It's not easy, is it? There's that tiny little split second between the breathing and the breathing out where the mouth's open and the gills are closed to get it.
I was doing some kajakus, and I don't know why, but they were all doing the same. You put them into the bowl, and they were all back finning with the pectorals going backwards. So they either sat there with their pectorals forward facing rather than sat back, or their tails were up against a bloody bowl.
Yeah, do you know when they do this, mate, and they go with the pecs from here, and then they go like that and roll them forward? You think, you little bastard, man, because they'll sit like that for hours with them. And they don't, well, not hours, but minutes. But it feels like hours when you're doing it. But when they sit there with the pecs pushed forward, it's almost like they're trying to sturdy themselves to stop them, from rocking one way or other. But that proper gets on my nerves. Yeah.
But they never do that in a pond, do they?
No, never seen dirt.
You never did.
Never at all. Never at all. As soon as you stick them in a bowl, fuck you. Pecs forward.
Yeah, I reckon taking photographs of fish is the most frustrating part of the whole job.
Yeah, you need a good camera. You've got to have a good camera. It's got to have a good flash, and you've got to have a good response on the kind of clicks that you can get in to be able to catch him. I'll tell you what, it's not easy, man. It's not easy at all. And the settings on them are so fucking complicated and all. Even when they're not, they are. Even when you think you got it right, you didn't. Topics then. Let's see if all were posted, because something was posted. Richard Clark's. With the talk in the news that Yorkshire Water are applying for emergency drought measures, this could include a reduction in water pressure from taps, rotating cuts to different areas, and using standpipes. Bollocks, man! No way. We're not going back to standpipes again, are we? Surely to God. Or water tanks while cutting off supplies to homes. How do those of us with drum systems? Well, yeah, that's a bit of a bastard. Such as a Draco drum, utilize the mains water pressure to clean the drum coat with water if it's turned off. I'm stressing now as mine doesn't take the water from the pond itself.
That's the thing with drums, isn't it? If you can recycle a lot of the water. So when the drum cleans, if you let that settle, you can actually reuse 90% of that water because the actual sediment. So when we had them running in like the old shop, there's so much working so hard, but actually you put them in sediment chambers with pumps with float switches, and you reuse that water back, not for cleaning, back into the system, and just get rid of the real viscous shit you really want to get rid of.
Yeah.
But pumps that are running off of mains pressure to clean them is a problem, isn't it? You'd have to.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Especially if Yorkshire Water is going to do that. I mean, God, I was probably about 7 or 6, 7 year old the last time I ever remember standpipes and water tankers being dished out in Yorkshire. I mean, it has happened before in my lifetime, but only once. I'll be very, very, very surprised. I mean, if they stop putting it all in freaking bottles, man, and sticking it in supermarkets and warehouses, we might be all right. Or flogging it all over the world, we might be all right too.
Yeah, but it'd be flooded again, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a few months' time, big floods in Yorkshire.
It is true.
York could be 4 foot underwater again in city centre again, like it was and like it has been every year for God knows how many years.
It is true as well, Gaz. 2 days ago, reported Yorkshire Water gives updated figure for standpipes.
1976 it happened. Well, I was just born. That's a while ago.
Just born. You were 12 then.
Shut up, man.
Fucking ancient.
1976 was the year I was born. March the 12th. It'll be raining in 2 weeks, Eric says. There we go, ladies and gents. Don't panic. No cause for alarm. It will be raining in 2 weeks. It's been raining here. We've had a bit.
You got spare water. Send it their way.
Get a second-hand shower booster, a pump, and fit that, Rob D says. Standpipes back in the 70s. Yeah. So I want to say, I knew it was a long time ago. So I don't remember. It's going to be pissing it down next week. Stop panicking. Cheers, Mike. Panic up. Excuse me. Panic up.
It's a concern, isn't it? If you're
it is. Yeah, genuinely. I mean,
you're dumping all if you're dumping all the water out of the pond with a drum and not doing anything to reclaim it, and then you've got to top up and use a cleaning system from a main source. That's what perhaps needs looking at, doesn't it?
It does. There's a thing for our Coy Dorset to come up with a solution to the problem.
Yeah, well, Yorkshire Water is saying anybody with rectangle above ground ponds will be okay. They'll resolve it.
Yeah,
but anybody
they're
else can
allowed.
fuck off.
Anyone with funny shaped ponds with fiberglass, obviously,
Yeah.
they can do one.
That's it. Do one. Yeah, we're not bothered about you.
Yeah,
Right. What's Michael put in a question there? Do you think there is anything the Japanese do in their koi shows that would improve our ones? Yeah, lots, mate.
Yeah, that's just a different.
It's a totally different ball game to what they do out there compared to what we do here. What we do here is done by organized members of koi groups, the BKKS, all individual sections of it. Whereas over there, it's all done by breeders. And all the breeders, I mean, let's face it, if we were going to rely on, how many breeders is there in the UK that breed? 5? 6?
Not, it wouldn't never. We would do. It would just never. The industry in Japan is led by the farms, whereas the industry here is led by the importers, and it's a hobby-led show scene.
Yeah,
and it will always be a hobby-led show scene. You're not going to change that. Out there, it is a £1 billion industry.
It's a way of life for them out there, isn't it?
Yeah, but the majority of the fish at the shows, not only are the breeders taking them to the shows for customers, it's done by the breeders. The whole thing it's led by them. It's not led by hobbyists taking their fish or whatever. Even the hobbyists that own fish generally are coming from the farms to the show and back to the farms. It's a different world. So over here it's led by the hobby. So the hobby is summer based. So the shows are summer based. There's not a farm. The Japanese farms would laugh, wouldn't they? If you've got trying to take your prime time when you don't want to move fish to take to a show, it's just never going to happen, is it?
Live to you from was live to you from McDonald's car park.
But craft is been and gone.
Do you think
I don't think there's. I think the Japanese have already taken stuff from our shows. Let's not forget the fact that they've changed their way of showing fish because of how we showed our fish. With the health implications, they used to just wang them in and put all the fish. All these could all be grand champions and stick them in a vat together.
Yeah,
that changed because of the health implications and the biosecurity that we use went back that way. We were dry spawning fish before the Japanese ever were, and that's gone back that way. But the way they do the shows is completely different to how we do them, and as it should be. There's no way the industry is going to change over here, if you wanted the English koi farms to do a show, it would probably have to be in February, which is, funnily enough, when the Japanese do it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only time you could do it. But how are you going to do it when it's -6? It doesn't work.
I don't know whether impartial is the right word, but would the Japanese scene be more impartial or fairer on the judging than the UK, or the other way around? Do you think the UK's one is very much?
There's no impartiality. Your best fish should be winning regardless, shouldn't they? And the judging here is done by a set of standards, and the judging there is done by kind of standards, but it's more artful.
Yeah, but our judges are independent, aren't they? They're not.
Yeah, but you've got a lot more. So out there, you might have 60 judges judging the grand champion. So we might have whatever here, 5 judges, whatever. But they're doing it on. Ours might be more impartial, and they're doing it by a set of rules. And over there, they're doing 60 breeders doing the judging or whatever. And they'll see different aspects that might not fit the rules we have, but you've got to have a set of standards, otherwise everyone will know.
I just didn't know whether over in Japan it'd be more like, the Eurovision Song Contest. You know, who's in favour?
Sing a song. Best singer wins. You get that coin.
You know what I mean? Who's in favour this month or this time? Do we give it to?
Yeah, but you'll get some of that over there, of course you will. But at the end of the day, you've got so many people voting on the grand champion. Maybe it's 60, 70 people with a blind ballot, and it goes through 30, whatever. All these two are going through. You re-vote. You're really getting to the nitty gritty. That it's one of those, isn't it? That's not impartial. It's just the numbers of people doing the voting.
From what I saw when I was over there of the shows, I didn't see. Well, you don't really get to. You see them all going around doing the judging and what have you, but you've got no idea what they're doing or what they're saying. But it was, for me, the organisation of it all and the morale of it all over there. I'm not saying they haven't got that here, because they have, but it just seemed on another level over there. Everything was like clockwork. Everybody was having fun. Everybody were all smiles, all faces, and they all seemed to be so precise with everything that they did, like the teardown. Before we'd even got out of there, it were all at the Old Japan Koi Show. That once they said that was it and all the awards have been done, it was like a military operation. There was people with boxes and bags coming in from all directions, and before you know it, those vats were empty, and they were all being put back into the.
That's because you got 50 Japanese farms showing.
Oh yeah. It was just brilliant to watch. When they're doing something, they do it and they do it well. But I'm not saying that
a hobbyist show like we have at the National, you got 80 vats of koi with 80 different people that all then want to come in with their cars to pick up their fish, and my van's in your way and you're getting over there, and it's a different way. It's not comparable, and it's not comparable.
No.
It's different.
I'm not saying that made it better than what it was. It was just cool to watch. It was fantastic to watch how they were and how they did it all. Oh, they were brilliant.
Who's feeding you, Crafty? There was a separate hand there.
Yeah, I've got 3 hands.
You got 3
It's
hands.
a bit weird. I want to know where the 4th hand is, mate.
But that's Are you just been to pick your daughter up, or are you on your way back?
No. Just been to get our daughter.
What do you think to that question, Crafty? I mean, it was, where was it? Do you think that there's anything the Japanese do in their koi shows that would improve our ones?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is, because I personally do believe that our koi shows are very good and very well organised. But yet over there, it were amazing to watch just how well organised and how good they were over there as well. Even though half of it I'd got no idea what was being said, you still felt that atmosphere. But I mean,
did you not find that in Japan itself on everything that the Japanese do, the infrastructure?
The outclasses tenfold in everything, every way.
When we were up at Ufuchi, right up on top of the mountains, and over here in the UK, that's it. That place would have been shut down.
Oh, that'd have been closed off for 6 to 8 weeks, wouldn't it? You wouldn't have got nowhere near it. They'd have been on their own.
Half an hour having 6 to 8 inches of snow, we came back out and roads were closed. Now that's just all the organisation. And I think the Japanese are just.
It's not all like that. The bullet train's amazing. Getting a ticket for the bullet train is a fucking shambles.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one. That is shit. But that, again, is that not because of the breakdown of communication between you and said person behind ticket booth giving you a ticket?
Because the other 25 Japanese people in front of me spoke Japanese, and none of them could get a fucking ticket either. It's like just an antiquated way of getting seats on bums into the fastest train in the world, and yet they won't change how they put people on. Why couldn't you do that online?
Just quickly answer this. I want a 30 cm Shisui. Are you taking any gas? I don't think we have, mate, but I do know we've got some very nice Shisui.
32 cm.
Give me a call.
Twice the quality.
Give me a call, mate, and I shall be able to sort you out.
So, yeah, but what I'm saying is we all look at Japanese going, oh, they're fucking amazing. And some of the stuff they do is. Yet the farms still supply their stock list full of facts.
That blew my mind, that. Yeah. Sprinkler systems on the road.
Without going to a kiosk and spending 20 minutes while they're trying to work out after the seat for it, by which time the train's already gone.
Yeah, you would have thought that the infrastructure that they got there for the normal trains, that's real simple. Go up to a machine, wang a few coins in it, bang, ticket comes out, off you go. But to get that for the bullet train, that was a little bit difficult, wasn't it? We stood there 3/4 of an hour and we actually missed the train we were supposed to be getting on. In fact, no, they sold us a ticket for the train that had already gone. So we had to go back and get the ticket changed.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're not perfect. They are efficient. But they've got certain things that don't work that well.
It's an amazing place, though, regardless. I mean, the show over there. I will never forget that for as long as I live. There's fish there. I've gone to all our shows and I've appreciated looking at some really nice fish, and quite often I've thought, wow, that is amazing. That's a lovely fish, especially one really beautiful goshki that were there at the Great British Koi Show a couple of years ago. That fish might not be everybody's cup of tea, might not be the judge's cup of tea, but I really liked it, and I was like, wow, that's mint. And then there were a Matsukawabaki baki that were there, and I thought, oh, god damn, that's a nice fish. But when you go stick your head over a vat at the Old Japan Koi Show, and you look in there and you get wowed more than that, every single vat you're looking down there, it's a bit hard to not be blown away by it.
But that's where that is the birth. That's where they're prominent.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm so glad it was like that, though, Rick, because I'd have been rather disappointed if they'd gone over there and they were all shit, wouldn't
I? I should hope so. That's the point of it, isn't it? But
yeah,
you can't. Everything they do isn't perfect. They do some things amazingly well, and there's some things you just like. What's going on here? This is just not normal.
It's stuff. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you're a smoker and you're wanting to get a train, or you're wanting to be in a pub, and you want to be in an environment, you want to be at a meal or a restaurant or whatever. Like over here, you're outcast. Yeah, get outside, stick on, stand in that shelter over there. But you got a vape here and you got a smoke there. You can't be both in the same place and all that kind of crap. You go over there, they've got little rooms. You go into an airport over there. You open a sliding door. You walk into a room. Door slides behind you. You sit there, puff away, and you don't even smell smoke when you walk in there. You don't even smell it. It's mint, and you can do that anywhere and everywhere you go. You've got special little places and stuff for you to do stuff like that. They cater for all rather than alienating people.
Kraft is on his onion rings now, or nuggets.
And Crafty's going to have to come up for air in a minute before he chokes. What the hell's
fucking
that?
chili bites, man. These.
McStacker whackers.
Your body is a temple, isn't it, Crafter?
Fucking right, it's a temple, man.
Crafty, join my koi club. Have you got a koi club?
Oh, I have.
How was the Northeast, mate? Did they have McDonald's
mate.
up there?
Yeah, it was superb, mate. I'm not just saying that because I speak my mind. A lot of effort went in, like any koi show, in honesty. That's right, I'm just playing with stuff I didn't know worked. Huge amount of effort went in by Paul Cunningham and the show committee there. Put a very successful show on. The fish that was exhibited were good. The turnout though was superb, absolutely superb. And like Gaz was saying earlier, because it was in like an enclosed area, it does pull in the atmosphere, especially.
It does, mate. It does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean,
and the food were mint and all that caterers that they did that did that. Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
nice.
I forgot you was up there, guys. We didn't really
get the catering food that young lady made there was absolutely mint. It was lovely.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't talk, mate. Customers, wasn't it?
Busy.
Much food in his mouth from that young lady.
No, them. Yeah, overall, what made it really special for me, if I'm honest, was that
they let you in.
Well, no, yeah, but ultimately there was the ability to have a little bit more one-to-one. Like at the National, we were so busy that you couldn't really talk to anyone during the day. It was just constant. There, it was busy enough, but you got to talk to people, and also and also build new relationships. Because, like I said before, I've got quite a large customer base up north, and it was nice for me to go up there and meet those people that don't necessarily come down to us. So, yeah, there's a foundation now laid for Paul.
Did all three of them turn up?
Four. Those four, mate. Yeah. So, Lee Hadfield and I had a good laugh. Good night out at the piss as well. So, did
you go out a lash?
Oh, mate.
Cheap up
north, isn't it? Left it. No, I don't drink as a rule very often. We went out. We met up with some of the Northeast Koi Club in the pub in Sunderland. Got kicked out about 1 o'clock. But at that point, it was I wanted something to eat, funnily enough. So we was in this place called The Stack that's full of food restaurants, like street food. Didn't eat nothing, just drank beer, and then when it shut, I wanted a kebab. So I spent a tenner in a cab down into mainland Sunderland, got a kebab, and then spent 20 quid back to the hotel. Finished at about 3:30 in the morning. And then I was back into work about 8:15, I think it was. So, and then that day I didn't finish until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Ruthless.
It's a long slog up there, though, Crafty for you, isn't it, from down there? I mean, what will leave back at 11:30 or something?
Yeah, I got back.
By the time he got fishing and what have you.
I got back just after midnight, I did. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it, I wouldn't change that for the world, to be perfectly honest. It was surrounded by good people, mate. Good people, change of scenery. I managed to put on some of the sort of better range fish that we've got as well, so people can actually see what we stocked. Because and again, I'm not downplaying anything, but like last year at the British Koi Show, because of where I was situated, it was more the fact that I had some good stock that got overlooked because we're like 17th in the queue. You know, and it was the £50. The £50 stuff shifted. I mean, we done a good turn, but I don't want to just be known for like the 50 quid fish. We buy some really nice stuff, you know. So it actually, for me, going to the North East Koi Club, people was a little bit blown away by some of the stuff that I did take, you know, it was nice to see. Yeah. But Koi Club.
I think you hold the record, Gaz.
For what?
I don't know. For what? Talking as much shit. Go on anyway. Yeah. What's the Koi Club?
So Lee Hadfield and I have founded a new Koi Club for veterans and associates.
Sweet.
It's not just for veterans. It's open to absolutely anyone. The reason why we're using the veterans tag is because it opens the door for us to work with military charities and potentially military establishments as well. But we want to make it nationwide rather than box it into county lines. So the forms have already been submitted into the BKKS, but at the minute there's no real committee at the minute. It's only caretaking. They're taking on no new sections and no new members until they've held the emergency meeting. So that said, we can still have a Koi Club. So
how was
anyone
things
interested,
looking with that type of, you know, there was to talk of if they didn't get people together and people in and all the rest of it, that the BKKS needed more volunteers or new members, didn't they, and stuff? I don't know. I'm asking. I'm not.
It's exactly the same as it was when we discussed it a few months ago. So they're basically in a phase where there's no chairman, there's no treasurer, there's no committee, but they're caretaking. So they're not actually appointed. So the emergency general meeting that will take place in the next few weeks, that's where we will find out the fate of the British Koi Society.
That'd be such a shame if that all goes to shit.
It won't.
It will be a shame, but it won't go to shit. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. No, I really hope it doesn't.
But it's such a big thing,
there's always someone. There's always someone that'll pick the reins up.
What would happen if it did?
What, bold?
Yeah. Would that mean no more of these events would be allowed to continue and self-run themselves?
No, so the BKKS as a society is sort of like the managing body of the koi keeping in the UK. So like the chairman is the liaison back to Japan, and then it's the discussion of new varieties and the standards that the Japanese keep, etc., etc. Underneath that, you've got all your sections, all your clubs, all right, and they basically run everything. Now, the only thing that the British Koi Society do separate is the National Koi Show. However, the National Koi Show is part of the British Koi Keeping Society. It is not its own entity. So there's going to be talks, if it doesn't happen, there will be talks of what happens to the Koi Show.
Yeah.
And the money that's in that kitty belongs to the members. Okay, so it can't just be simply right, BKKS. The BKKS is no longer. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run a national koi show, because it can't just go like that. It's got to be formally announced, voted across. You know, there's a huge amount of legality behind it. So, however, if it does go that way, all the BKKS sections now can still be koi clubs, and they will still be able to do koi shows and do koi associated things, but the JSC will have to splinter off and become its own thing, because the JSC, the judging standards, that is part of the BKKS as well.
Let's
So,
hope it gets sorted out. Then.
There's a huge amount of politics involved. All you got
Yeah,
to do, is get a
imagine
chair in.
Crafty for chairman.
I'm not
Can't
allowed
just
to,
think,
Paul.
yeah. This is the problem, isn't it? It's a
Can't because
hobby.
he's a dealer.
So anyone that buys, sells, or deals with fish cannot be involved with the BKKS, and that's where a lot of
Not
people
the
in the
running
hobby
off.
Can I nominate Vince then?
can't do
Why?
it because he's dealing with fish. He's associated with fish. It can't happen
How so?
because he's at ours all the time. How can you possibly have
You
someone that's
volunteer.
instructed by us? That's the
You
point.
sure?
You can't have anyone.
So
who's involved.
even to that standard, it would be classed as being biased because he volunteers
Yeah,
to
that's
work
the
with
whole
you.
point. You need
No,
someone.
They make it difficult, don't they, for themselves? Then, really?
They don't because it's a hobby. So when the BKKS originated, it was all just hobbyists, wasn't it? You had a few dealers and it's hobbyists. Now it's become YouTubers and people buy and sell fish, and it's everyone's kind of interwoven into this
Society.
that if one person does something, someone else has got an issue with it, and that's the problem, which is what they don't have in Japan because it's completely different. Isn't it? So there you go. 2 awards. And he won a koi.
2 koi one. So Craig
Even
Newton
better.
of Niwa Nishigoi donated 2 fish for raffle, one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and Eric but won. So it wasn't a select your prize like I do at the National. It was, this is the next prize, pull a number, and then who gets that wins it. Eric won the fish on the Saturday and won the fish on the Sunday.
Bias. You see, that's why you can't have people involved. See, the way it is in this country is you've got to have someone that's just not affiliated or associated with anyone, which is difficult. How you find a chairman that's that involved with koi that has no ties with any koi dealership or importer or whatever. That's where it gets quite tricky.
Yeah, it is, because
If you're passionate about koi, quite often you end up involved in it.
dive into some aspect of it.
Yeah, there's always a lot of finger pointing and politics in any club that involves that sort of regime, if you like. But ultimately, you've got to respect what's been developed over the years, you know. But at the same time, there's got to be certain efforts to move it forward as well. You know, you've got to evolve with the hobby. The hobby's moved on from the 90s. You know, we're 30 years on from the 90s.
Red tape.
Yeah, it's not so much red tape. It's just about changing people's mindsets. You know, but at the same time protecting the identity of the BKKS as well.
Do we have to wait to become a BKKS member to join your club, as like you said, not taking on any new members yet?
No, you won't. So, like I said, there's no new members or sections being allowed at the moment. I've put in the paperwork that lays out what my plans are for the club. If the BKKS manage to sort out the shop, so to speak, and we get a new chair put in place, it's been agreed that it will be a minuted item to see whether or not it can be voted in. So all of the framework for the club has been built. Lee and I are rolling it out. All we want is people to be involved. Initially, there will be we just want people involved. There will be a fee like subs as there is for any club, because in order to be a club, you've got to be able to fund certain things.
Yeah, if you want to put on an event, you need to be able to get some money in to be able to put that kind of thing on. Yeah.
Absolutely, but not even that. Like, if we need a minibus to take people places, and
Yeah, if you're going to do for a day outing or whatever. Yeah, trip to Adam
so we want to break this barrier of having county lives, because right now, all right, we are in 3 corners of the UK. Okay, like when you actually plot where we are on the map, we all enjoy koi. All right, however, we could bring nationwide and get lives put together. Bring people in. We can do educational stuff all online, as well as if we go nationwide, we can then start getting people in pockets to meet up. And hopefully, plans are that we can associate with other clubs and help them with shows. Even with the cost of shows and etc. It's a bigger picture, but ultimately, the end game is we would like to be able to get a koi show up and running somewhere. And one thing that I'm looking at is the veteran side. So hopefully, there's so many military establishments around the UK, and we can use koi as a mental health therapy as well. That maybe we can do a show that is sporadic year on year, so we can move it about around the country, rather than just have it in one set place for people to come in.
Are you going to allow just ex-forces, or is it open to
absolutely?
But primarily, that's what you're aiming towards, to be able to help anybody that might be going through post-traumatic stress disorder, that type of thing.
It's all like a subcategory of why we're doing what we're doing. But ultimately, it's just to get everyone together from across the country into a club that can actually become quite a powerhouse. Because we're not just looking at Northampton, we're looking, or just Pembrokeshire. We're looking at UK wide.
Yeah, sweet.
Let's see what we can make it, and associate it with veterans as well. Which is
Tom Prenderville says my membership number is 003.
It is, yeah, it's right, yeah, it is. If you're interested, I want everyone involved. Matt, Rick, you guys, I want you all part of it, right? So
I want to be 007 or I'm not playing.
Yeah,
I would be 07, mate. That's fine. All right, so want you're all involved in this, so we can make something work across the UK. Although I'm the founding member, once we start to get a load of people together, it will be chairman, treasurer. We'll look at. I'm just finding it to create it, help develop it as part of the club. But I don't necessarily want to be the chairperson forever. I don't want to necessarily be the chairperson to start with. But as a founding member, I've got to be able to put the wheels on the motion, so to speak.
But
can we have the mosquito as the logo?
A chat for the BKKS.
Say that again.
Crafty. Can you be a part of the BKKS?
Yes.
As this koi club, whilst you're involved in the industry, because immediately that sends.
Yes. So because the BKKS, so it's been done many times before because I've already looked into it. So as a koi club, I'm a paying member to the BKKS, and you only need one member to be one BKKS member to open a club within the BKKS. I'm not running anything to do with the top end of the BKKS if I was the chair, right? But I can be a chairperson of my club, right? It matters not, because I'm not influencing anything that happens at shows that is run by the national, etc., etc.
That's cool. We're just checking.
Yeah, I've looked into that as well. Yeah, but we're looking to do little things like our own sort of merchandise, and with Lee Hadfield being on board, he's always a dab hand at designing something good, as you can see.
What are we looking at?
A cat.
What is it, Dad? It's that good. You can't even
So
see.
yeah. So all I need from you guys, just get hold of me however you want, like with regards to email. I'm really contactable through social media, whether it's through YouTube, Facebook, whether you've got my WhatsApp account. If not, find me on Facebook, find me through Perfect Aquatics, send stuff over, and I'm starting to now basically get a list of names together. I just want your name, the area that you live in, and an email address, just so I can start working out where people are and stuff like that. All right, but we just want to get as many people as we can together initially, then we'll all come together online and then start talking about where we want it to go, ideas, and then start getting balls rolling. You know?
Sweet.
Andrew
Morris
Morris,
says there, times change with YouTube, etc. Everyone interested in koi has some association with dealers and breeders. Maybe time to bring the BKKS into the 21st century.
They are in the 21st century. You know,
they're just trying to stay impartial. That's the thing, innit? That is the minute they use one, they get associated with one breeder, dealer, whatever, it upsets 10 others, doesn't it?
No, but where does that stop, Rick? It should be.
That's the problem, isn't it? That's unless
There
you
should
have,
be. There should be a paid employee. Somebody that has a capital gain is not allowed to. Anybody associated with
I'll tell
dealer,
you,
because you know, and I'll put it on the line. You could say Lee's associated with Ryan.
well, he is, but he's not part of the BKKS, is he?
No, but he's showing at the BKKS, and it stands for the same rules as the chairman to showing. Now, I'm not saying that Lee shouldn't. I'm just putting it the line there.
Yeah, but that's yeah.
Everybody
don't forget, it's like there's got to be a line drawn. You know,
Yeah.
It can get silly when you look at the people like Vince, Gaz, Lee, or let's just go Vince and Lee because they show. All right, irrespective of what people think, YouTube is 21st century. It's the second most powerful search engine on the internet.
Yeah, it is.
Right, and it is so important in the community, especially of the youngsters. All right, that if that wasn't there, that I would wonder where the koi hobby would be. It would still be available. It would still be there, but it wouldn't be as popular.
It wouldn't be growing like it is.
Certainly not.
No, I don't think. I really don't think it would be, Rick. You're right.
Irrespective of how good content is, how good people's knowledge is, irrespective of all of that, people still tune in, right? And that is how people get into the hobby. Whether or not you've got a great knowledge on, bloodlines that date back like 40 years, or whether you're a new person coming in, people will tune in, pick it up. And if that just generates 5 new hobbyists a year, that's 5 new hobbyists that we didn't have anyway. So you've got to look at the positives, what come with it. It's a strange beast, the koi world, with regards to having to remain impartial. It's a strange beast, but unfortunately, it divides people's opinions.
That's one thing. I mean, I'm not saying I ever would have done, but I would have liked to have had the option. But now working in the industry, I can't, which is a bit of a kick up the arse that I can't show.
You can show, guys. You can show. So as a dealer, you can. Yeah, as a dealer, you can enter the dealer's competition with your own fish.
Well, that's the thing, mate. There's not very many that have a dealer's competition, is there?
No, unfortunately not.
Which
I
is
think
that's the thing
that should change and become. I mean, I'd love to be able to put something in work-wise that I picked and thought that's my fish I'd like to enter against Ryan's or Kev's or whatever, and all 3 of us enter one, and Andy or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I think that'd be really good. There's a little bit of something between yourselves.
There's a downside on it though. With with the normal exhibitors, there is a huge amount of scope in what you can choose to go in. As a dealer, you get size 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so you've got a saggy going up against Showa and Showa going up against Goshki Sankey and.
But that, I mean, they could pick a category of fish that we have to enter, though, couldn't they?
I've tried it, mate. It got ignored, mate. It's very difficult, mate. But this is the thing. Right. So I'll give you an example. Right. So there's a lot of noise out there with regards to how the show can be made better. What we could do, how the BKKS should be that. Right. But when there's a request for feedback, ideas, meetings, nobody feeds back, mate. I do, right? But I know that every dealer was written to in the BKKS, and I'd be very surprised how many people actually responded to that. I bet I could count on one hand out of all of the exhibitors there, the response. I bet it come in at no more than 5 people. Sure. Right, it's all good about us talking, but no one actions thing. You got to put things right in and turn up and put that energy back in. Right, it's the only way you're going to make any difference. Otherwise, if there's no one in a meeting, the meeting's only about the people that are there, right? Because they're the ones that are bringing the points.
And nothing changes because it's the same. Yeah, that's it.
You see what I'm saying?
So, somebody crafty that's associated with a dealer.
Yeah.
Or is a dealer.
I agree, you too. Free. No, never met you before.
Yeah.
What influence could they, or what bad things could they bring to the table by being chairman? So let's say
trade, mate. That's the whole point. That's what happened in the past, right? If you're the chairman of the BKKS, you can tell people, members, well, this is the place to buy fish from. This is where to do business with. These are the people we will recommend. That's exactly what you don't want, isn't it? Because you've got.
That's very true. It's actually to protect. It's actually to protect the trade, man.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
So it's not to turn around and say to go X, Y, and Z instead of going to.
It's there. So when a certain very well-known dealer that's no longer with us was involved, there was a lot of fuckery that went on like that, and people got pissed off with it as part of the society, and that's why those doors got shut, and quite rightly so. I totally agree, and actually when you see about when you look at the hobbyist view, right, and this is where people get lost, in my opinion. The hobbyist view really means a lot, because if someone that is associated or dealer starts to come in and starts to then control the traffic of where fish come from, etc., it affects so many people around the whole of the UK. It's like it's terrible, mate. There's that, and that's the same with like judging standards as well. If there were certain things released on judging standards, which what they look at, it becomes really common knowledge. A lot of fish would end up being unsellable.
There's always someone that's going to buy that fish, isn't there?
Yeah, but you have to have an open mind and see it from all different angles, like rather than
Andy's saying it there exactly, that every single one of us, and I can list my customers that are loyal to me, and potentially that would show. Now,
a customer is a customer that shows fish. You're not someone that is a professional buyer and seller making a living from it. So at the end of the day, if I become the chairman of the BKKS and go, actually, all fish from Israel, Poland, and Japan is shit. You have to buy English fish only because we're going to do that as our new rules. Oh, well, I've just ruined 50 people's businesses immediately. That's an extreme point. Anyone that's involved financially.
It may be extreme, mate. But it may be extreme, but it's a potential, isn't it?
Of course it is, and that's exactly what happens, isn't it?
No, but
Exactly.
like Andy that made that comment just then, Andy will have his favourite dealer that he would go to.
Yep.
Now
Absolutely.
we nominate Andy to be chairman. Is he still is he still not going to do the same thing?
No, because if he's not taking
It's
money,
it's not making from it, is it?
he can go, "Oh, I really like going to Quinny Coy." Great, but that's just one dealer in his neck of the woods, whatever.
But you know something. There is those channels within the BKKS right now. People have got like there's groups of people that like dealing with certain Japanese dealers. For example, Mike Snedden. People love Mike Snedden's fish, and understandably, all right. But people also love Ryan's fish. People also love Rick's fish. People also love my fish, all right. But there's no way of controlling who can get in and who don't. And also, when it comes to like a dealer being on, right? But if I was the chair of the BKKS, can you imagine, right? I can control what trade stands come to the fucking show. You know that it's just got to be totally.
One wet stand, crafty.
Yes, like perfect there. Fuck the rest of them, right? But it could go down that route. It's a drastic measure, but they've got to be in place.
These measures have got to be put into place.
Totally. Respectively. Because if they didn't, right, I guarantee that the BKKS would just crumble. It's been saved. We've seen it under different chairs before. You know, where you get good chairman, you see things build. All right, it gets handed off, it drops off. All right, you know, it happens. And unfortunately, it happens in a lot of places, not just with the BKKS. You know, and I don't want to sound negative on this. You know, this is, you know, totally sprung on me, and this is my total honest opinions. You've got to support the BKKS. We have to protect the identity of what we are in the UK to Japan. You know, it would be such a shame to lose something that's been going on so long.
I agree, but you've also got the chain, so you can have a situation where if there's enough people that want a dealers type show, then you set up a dealers, so you could do it. Well, join my koi club. Crafty's can have a dealer show where every dealer is welcome
my koi club
to show fish at this show that is not about hobbyists. It's about this side's hobbyists. This side's about anyone associated with dealers. It's just the best fish, regardless.
But you know something, a koi club like the Yorkshire section can do that.
But my weird thing about showing fish is there's not many dealers that are going to have better fish than hobbyists. Are they? If you're a hobbyist, you should have a fish that you've nurtured for multiple years to a specimen that is show worthy. Okay, dealers buy and sell fish, but at the end of the day, they buy and sell fish. Most of the time, their fish are not ready for shows, are they? They're not. You're not buying show fish. You're buying fish that someone else is going to make show fish.
Because if you're buying the right fish, if you're buying the right fish, Rick, you're not buying those to show now, right?
No,
you know,
unless you're buying size 1, then you could be.
But
you could. But in reality, right? Top end fish. What dealer is going to be holding on to a fish that is its peak? The idea is it should be a hobbyist, shouldn't it?
Yeah. I think what I would love to see at the show, and it won't work or won't happen, would be that you register a fish this year to bring to the show next year, and then show what you as a hobbyist can actually do. Same as your grow-ons, right?
It's called grow and show, mate.
Yeah, but at the BKKS, so that you can't have a fish that's been brought in 4 weeks ago and then brought to the show. You'll actually get the opportunity to show what you're capable of doing.
So Matt, join the club, right? And then bring these ideas to the table for the club. The more people we get, the more people.
Oh, join the club.
No, listen to me.
Not only join the club.
The more people we get, the better we can make everything. With regard,
you could supply the liners.
I could do.
We could have. You know, we're going to go new school, not round blue vats. We're having square black ones.
Yeah.
Well,
You-
Narita actually on social media, I seen it this morning. I don't know when he posted it. He has got black vats now.
Yeah. Maria.
Yeah, Narita. Yeah. So
Yeah.
number one coin. Yeah.
Yeah, because Matt did him a deal.
Looked pretty good, though, didn't he? Matt did him a deal.
But anyway, I'm going to get on the road because I just thought I'd eat my McDonald's live because I don't want to drop.
You haven't done it in a couple of weeks, mate, so you must have been having withdrawals.
No, it's, yeah.
You've been around laugh.
Right, so I know are you two going to the Koi show this weekend? I know you're there, Gaz, Saturday. You're not, are you, mate? Okay,
No.
I'm going up on Sunday. So,
Guys, they're Saturday, so you split the difference.
So
Yeah.
I'll be up there on Sunday. Obviously, not trained. I'm actually going up to enjoy the show.
Are you actually going to a show, mate? I'm
Yeah.
What?
You won't, mate. 25 years.
Yeah, and my glamorous assistant Poppy Day will be with me as well. The hand.
Poppy's great. Poppy's going in for another competition fish.
Go for
Oh
it.
yeah, she already done one, hasn't it? Look.
What?
You won last time, didn't you, Poppy? About 3 years ago.
Live
You won
on
the
TV.
Oh
you
yeah,
won a
Chip.
competition fish 4 years ago from
Yeah.
Chip.
Called it Chip as well. Yeah.
See ya. Mark, you might not make because I might not be there, but I will be there on Saturday. Right then, let's get into a bit of. It's coming back to.
You
come back
dropped
to
out. I do
goodbye.
apologise. So I'm going to be there on Sunday anyway to actually enjoy the show because Gaz will vouch. You don't get to see much of it when you work.
Honestly, mate, you're right. 100%. You don't, do you?
So I'm quite looking forward to that. So come and say hello if you're about. If not, if you don't want to say hello, then bollocks to you. But yeah, come and see me about how to join up or whatever. It'd be good.
Join up.
Join up.
And I'll just drop this in now. Next weekend we're having a sale, so keep your eyes peeled.
A sale. Buy now, get one free.
Something like that. Yeah, including the big fish as well. There'll be a sale on them as well.
Sales, mate.
Yeah, man.
I'll keep
I
me out.
want to empty the whole shop, so I can go to Japan and have a big shop list. Be great.
Good luck.
Anyway, look, Poppy's picking her skin because she's just come back from Turkey, so she also had 40-degree heat gas.
Yeah, well, warm, wasn't it?
Is it warm?
43 degrees.
Yeah.
That in
Warm.
Turkey.
Warm.
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 Yeah, warm.
Right. Love you all. See you soon.
Take care. Safe travels.
Take care.
Right then. So that was that.
That's easy, isn't it? How many fish you got to look at? 2?
No. What was this? That's mine. Right then, we'll find them. We'll have a look at the first one we've got is from Michael Thompson. And I shall. This is going to take some navigating through because they're all mixed up all over the place. So we bear with. The first one we've got is Maitora, and it's 61 cm female or female.
Fennel. It's a new form.
But this is the first one that we've got to look at this evening.
Quite a brisk.
61 cm female.
Lovely pattern.
It's almost front half's an absolute bruiser. The back half needs catching up, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. It's a little bit.
Tapered.
It's amazing what a pattern can do to the shape of a fish, though. It's a lovely fish, but it almost makes it look as if it's bent.
The serrage is good on that, though, isn't it?
Yeah, skin's good. The pattern's
very
amazing.
good.
the head and shoulders are better than the back
leaps
end.
ahead, leaps ahead of the back end. The back end wants a bit more power on peduncle, doesn't it? Bit
Power
more
on peduncle.
power on peduncle.
But
We'll
yeah,
give
no,
that one a thumbs up.
it's very.
Don't think this will work. No, I didn't think it would. Bastard. So there's his first one. Right now we're going to find the rest of them. And this one is from Paul Cunningham. Ooh, and I know where he got this one from.
You can't judge on it then.
I can't.
Yeah.
But I know it's a nice one. It's got some really good gin rim. It's a lovely little toe side.
Lovely fish, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's difficult. How are you judging that against the last fish, isn't it? That's how big's that? 35 cm, if that.
Yeah, I think it was 33 when we sent it. So 34 cm when we sent it out. Well, actually, he collected it.
Yeah, lovely little fish. Yeah, quality little fish, but just nowhere near the size of the other one, isn't it? So
Yeah. It's not about the size.
Reckon she's grown Rick.
Oh god damn! Where's all the rest of them posted?
days.
Let's do it the easy way.
Looks like she's had her head in a yogurt pot, mate.
She's put on half a kilo in 4 days.
She been at the Saki.
No, we didn't get it posted in that one. Did we get any posted the week before?
$46 comments.
No, that's the Sankeys. What the hell?
I thought you had a load on the guys.
Well, it's easy. If there's only two, we can make a decision easy.
This one. There we go. New Forest Coys one that was entered.
You can't compare that, can you?
Look at that little. Now then, how can we quite possibly compare that one with a size difference?
Exactly, mate.
What did you photograph it on? Looks like it's on a carpet.
It's in a sieve. In a sieve, mate.
Oh my god, that's in the flock, isn't it?
Look at that little heart-shaped fucking head pattern.
That'd be a nice fish, that Rick.
It will be a nice fish, hopefully. But it ain't 60 centimetres yet, is it? So you
What
can't
is it?
compare it.
Did it say? Oh, it didn't. No.
It's only about 7 centimetres, mate.
That's about that big, isn't it?
It's proper tiddly.
And there's the same one that Michael Thompson posted again.
That's
Thank
what it
you
will
for
look like,
reposting.
I reckon.
Chris Brands, and this is Mayatora Ginrin Kaku from Perfect Aquatics, 27 centimetres, now 33 and growing.
See, it's the same, isn't it? It's too strong, so strong in the shoulders, isn't it? It makes the fish look short.
Yeah.
In fact, it is short.
It could possibly be a short body. That's a very short from the back of the dorsal to the tail, isn't it?
Yeah, the skin's nice, gimrin's nice. It could be just the way the angle is on that, because it doesn't look bad like that. It looks all right, but yeah, it does seem too powerful. Yeah. To have such a strong wrist to the tail at that size. Oh, here we go. There's some quality ones going on now.
Wow.
That's 98 centimetres now.
On the carpet again. Rick? What are you photographing against? Is it a
That's
net?
in a sieve. In a sieve, mate. A tea strain. Look at it.
Is that in a sieve? In
Yeah.
a little sieve? Oh my God.
It could be.
That's the
porcelain.
meshing of the bottom of the sieve.
Yeah. Gives a nice balanced colour.
That's got a nice pattern to it, that though, hasn't it?
If that looks like when it's bigger, it'd be amazing. But I don't.
Yeah, it will be a nice fish.
Too much.
That's better than the first one. On again. That's a nice one as well.
There you go.
That's sashimi on its back.
Behave yourself.
No, it looks like a bit of sashimi on right at the back, right on the edge of the belly.
Don't think so, mate. A bit of gimmering.
You missed it, like that one with the missing pectoral and one eye.
I didn't miss nothing, mate.
Looks like Rick put them on his knee to photograph them. It's like a piece of denim jean in the background.
It does look a bit like it. They are proper tiddlers.
Oh, I didn't know you'd done. I didn't know you'd sent that many. Oh, that's is that Aragoki?
No, that's just normal wagway again. They're probably 5 to 6 centimeter fish. Didn't have anything else at the time. He said
No, but it's nice.
before.
It's nice to see him at that size, though, Rick. Isn't it? To see
In
what
2 years' time, we'll be doing this, and they'll be all of 24 centimeters.
The mad thing is, guys, in 10 years' time or 5 years' time, Rick could be showing this fish, and they go, "Hang on a moment," and they go like that with his phone, and they go, "There it is, 5 centimeters."
Yeah, I can believe it, mate. Amanda Smith's. Oh, now look at that level.
It's a little pearl gimmering, isn't it?
In. That's got some nice benny on it.
It has, but the shirogi's a bit see-through, isn't it?
I'm guessing that's a young fish as well, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. So it's only a tiddler. What do we think about that being male or female, people?
Male.
Yeah. But yeah. It's like the benny's so strong it bleeds through in all the shirogi, but one of those fish, isn't it?
A nice little fish. All the
So how
same.
do you compare that against? So that's
Yours.
obviously a whole year older than mine, but it's still only a little one. Against a 60 centimeter fish 3-year-old against a
Yeah, there's a bit of a comparison, isn't there? Chris Brands. Oh, we've seen that one, sorry.
Yeah.
Amanda Smith with a still photo of it. That's nice, that.
Just pretty.
That is, yeah. I like that.
got super deep sashi in it, so if you're asking a hell of a lot for the shirogi to sort that out.
Yeah.
It might.
Lot here.
Yeah.
That's a good 4 scales deep there.
It is on all of it, but if it's got the white skin needs thickening up, even on the front Dan almost comes to the head pattern.
Yeah, it does here, right down here, isn't it?
So yeah, that's all about the white skin covering it.
If it does, it'll make a nice fish.
Yeah.
Right, so that's all the ones that we had sent in on that post from a couple of weeks ago. So thank you very much. We got some. Oh, me again. Sent in from. Oh.
You're not clicking on Tony's video. You never know what you're getting. Oh.
Can we make that full screen? Oh, you bastard. That's as large as we can get it.
If he could get an umbrella over that glare, we'd be all right, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
we could have seen a nice fish there, Tom. Can I make that bigger? Yes. Yes.
It's obviously got some nice trees.
Yeah, some lovely trees in background. Wonder where that one's from. That's a nice fish too.
But again, it's very powerful. It's about a lot of the Gimrins, aren't they? They're almost the front half's better than the back end. But that could, again, Tony does like feeding them.
Yeah, it does. Let's see if it said the info on it. What did it say?
Well, yeah, that's nice. Looks
Ginrin
like a
calf group 20 sent it to Mariama.
Mariama, there you go. Nice.
Right, so, oh crap, Vince has sent in one as well.
Always gave us smaller.
But this one's swimming. At
That's
least.
Aragoki.
Aragoki. Aragoki Ginrin, though. Just,
yeah.
Is this out of a bowl of doom, though?
More than likely.
It is Ginrin and all. Look at it outside of it. Little Aragoki Ginrin two-step. Again, though, looks big, it looks powerful at the top, at the front end, and tapers down a lot more towards the other.
Again, that's probably about 3 centimeters.
It is out of the ball of doom and all. I've seen bigger fluke. There we go.
Is that all we're going with?
I mean, that's all we've got, mate. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go Michael Thompson's then. Not about size, but what's the mackerel look? That's nice, but oh, yeah, here's another one. Look, what's that one?
Oh, Collins. Nice one.
Oh,
Is this not slow?
That's got some.
That looks big. No vid, I'm afraid. I didn't know he was doing it tonight, and it's now dark. Sakai Fish Farm. Cheers, Colin.
That's got some mental Benny colour in it.
Yeah, it has.
Again, it's like a little male, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's got good sashi and kiwa on that, though.
Yeah, super good Gimrin as well, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah. There we go.
Let's double check, make sure there are any more. I don't think there was any more, but we'll just quickly run through these and see. That's the one we've already seen. That's one we've already seen. No. There we go. Nice dragonfly.
Good picture there, isn't it? Not Gimrin.
It's not Ginrin. Still not Ginrin. Is it? No. Well, I'll allow it just for this occasion to admire it and have a look, Carl, but it's not got Gin on it. It's no Ginrin.
Got a hell of a body coming on, isn't it?
If it was a tuna, it'd be a butterball, wouldn't it? Big old beast.
And that's a Sanke. Oh, that's it.
We're all over the place now.
There we go. That's the koi appreciation done then. Right. I stopped streaming that.
Michael Thompson's for me still the first one.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Skin
I mean, Gin wise, Collins. Benny Isashi and Kiwa on that is exceptionally good. And the Shiroji was really good. But body and profile fish wise, yeah.
Again, same in it. Comparing her.
Yeah, it's difficult too. But Rick, to be fair, mate, if some of those little ones grow into, there's going to be a bunch of big ones. There's going to be some nice fishing amongst them too. I would have had my own, but I haven't had time to be able to get one out with everything that we've been doing. But mine too would have been from Mariama, and also is a Ginrin from the same batch as Paul Cunningham's.
Yes.
Rick, pick us a fish for next week.
You were doing platinums or something the other day, wouldn't you?
Well, that was just an idea, but I'd like to do a single colour because I don't think we've had a single colour, have we yet? Don't think we have. I don't recall a single colour so far this year. And if we've done one, so what? We'll do it again.
I think platinums are cool. If you include Japanese and oranges, you might. But then, why don't we do anything with like a marathon head pattern?
Marathon.
You can have Goshki, Showa,
Yeah.
Sanki. You can have
Any
all
type of marathon. That's a good one. That could pull up a lot of varieties of good fish to look at. Oh, does that mean Matt's nodding because he's got a nice marathon?
Cheers, Matt. I'll take the fiver later.
Right, there you go, then, ladies and gents. Next week's Koi Appreciation, which will be back on the usual Thursday night, is going to be any type of marathon.
Kind of tancho for those. Anything with a nice round spot, be it brown, red, black.
Is that including tanchos? Well, no, because a tancho wouldn't be a marathon. Marathon has to have the same colour throughout the body and the circle on its head.
Don't have to have the same, not the same colour though, does it?
Well, yeah, it won't be a marathon then, would it?
If it's an ochiba with a brown spot on its head, it needs some brown on the body. If it's a kahaka with a red spot on it, it needs some red on the body. If it's the same, whatever.
That's what I mean.
There is that.
You'll see me on it, isn't it?
Well, no, well, technically that would be a tancho Sankey then, wouldn't it? Not a marathon.
We've done him now.
Yeah.
Let Matt send his in. We can disqualify it straight away.
Were you trying to enter a tancho Sankey as a marathon?
No, Kujaku, 2 secs.
I thought the terminology of a marathon meant same head colour and the same colour on the body without any other colours in it, i.e., goshki.
We can have it, can't you? You can have a marathon goshki.
Yeah.
You can have a tancho goshki, but if it's got pattern on the body, it's not tancho anymore, is it? So
yeah, exactly.
If the kajaku's got any other colour on the body, like the colour on the head, it's marathon.
Yeah. But if it's got other colour on the body, then it's not a marathon.
This would be perfect. Send as many in as you like.
We're going to give them shitloads.
This is going to be fun, this one.
Have we actually done tanchos, though?
We can include tanchos then. It's just quite a broad range, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to say that's a bit too broad.
Nah,
we could do
let's keep it
tanchos at a later date.
Keep it to the marathon because that'd be funny as hell.
Right. Anything with a spot on his head.
Just marathon. Yeah, just marathon. All types of marathon. And then that way, BKKS says evening. Good evening, BKKS. So hang about there, BKKS, right? We're actually having for Koi Appreciation next week. Marathon. All types of marathon. Can you give the definition of a marathon?
Shit, no.
This could just be anybody that's just named themselves BKKS.
But that's
what we're going for. I think that should throw up some nice fish though, because we've got some really nice Ochiba marathons.
Ochiba, Goshki, Kahaka. You got all sorts, haven't you? They can be. Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Weird
Next week, all types of marathon. And let's see if anybody can pull one out smaller than what Rick did. That'd be cool to look at as well. Any other topics that you'd like to have a chat about before we wrap up for the evening, ladies and gents?
Big Koi show tomorrow.
Big Koi show, yeah. Yeah, Big Koi show. BKKS. Get yourselves down there, ladies and gents. Get down and support the BKS and the guys that are there showing the fish, because they all do it for people to come there and have a look at. There's a lot of hard work goes into it all, and it's a fantastic thing to get behind. If you are looking to see some beautiful fish, you will be able to see both fish from dealers and both fish from show enthusiastic people just like ourselves down there showing the fish. And it is open from 10 while 5 on Saturday and 10 while 3 o'clock on Sunday. So we'll see you there.
Are you taking as many fish as you took to the National? Or is your stall smaller? How does that work?
We've got a couple less vats, but we weren't taking that many, but we kind of have. So we've got 3 big vats and 5 of the medium-sized vats. We just lost the 2 small vats. A koi with a red crown as well as red on the body. There we go. Red
But
crown.
we're going to allow Ochuba with a brown crown
With brown on the body.
and a Kajaku with an orange crown, orange on the body,
A Benny spot.
or a Harawaki with a yellow spot.
Yeah.
Just
So
everyone still call them out.
what is an Ochuba with a Tancho spot then?
Tantra Ochuba.
That's not. So then,
Hang about. What is it? What is an Ochuba with a tancho spot on his head?
correct. So then if you've got more autumn leaves down its back, more yellow or whatever,
Then it's a maritime.
but then that's not the definition of what you just read out because it was saying red.
It doesn't have to be a tancho. Doesn't have to be red.
No, but I can think it's
the definition is red, but we're allowing the Marathon means a spot on the head with that colour on the body.
yeah.
You can have a Harawaki, yellow on the head with on the body. Kahaku, red on the head, red on the body. Showa, red on the head.
Red on the head. Autumn leaf patterns on the bottom.
We're opening it up to everyone with any colour of fish that's got a spot on the head and colour on the body.
Has there ever been a tancho shuru at Sure? I do you know what? There. Oh, I've never seen one. No, because most shuru at Suris or the Utsuris all have the manwari pattern that goes through the head, which is more like a rather than a spot, but not necessarily mean that there hasn't been. But I've never seen one, Rob. There we go then.
Yeah. It's like a Tancho Goromo. Or like a real purpley spot.
Yeah.
But
yeah. In Tancho Gromo, there's also maritime Gromos, isn't there?
If you've got more pattern.
Yeah. You see where we're going now, Matt?
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out what one of my fish is. It's technically
What colour is it? What are the colours that are on the fish?
it's only got a tancho on it, but
No.
but the tancho is half black, half red.
Oh shit.
What is that?
Two-Face. Batman.
That's got to be a
We can discuss it.
Tancho
and then
shower then,
spoil
hasn't it?
it.
But it's lost all the rest of Sumer.
I don't think it lost it. I don't think it ever had it.
Well, so therefore, how old is it?
On this side.
Well, therefore, it could still be developing.
But obviously,
Has it got more? Has it got more Taguru in the pecs?
No.
How did I know that you'd be the one that'd have the exception fish that would be against all of the rules? So put it in, see what happens. See what the judges think on the night.
It needs feeding up. I know that'd be one thing that was said. Typical male.
Isn't that a Tancho show then, Rob? Has there ever been a Tancho show? I suppose if it was red, Vince, it would be, wouldn't it? Be a Tancho shower if it had a red spot on its head.
if it's only got a red spot on his head, another colour, it's a Tancho.
Yeah, mine's got the red
By
and black.
definition, isn't it?
But if you got it in the tancho, as in the tancho is red and black.
If he's got black on the
Oh,
body and red on the
just-
head and Motoguro in the pecs, it's a Tancho shower.
Mhm.
The chance that it's a Tanjo show, regardless, it just hasn't got any other sumi on it. But if you show us, we'll tell you.
Yeah.
But it could be just tancho, because the tancho can be any colour. But it's just a tancho.
But it's also got black. It's definitely not Marathon either way.
No.
So we're disqualified even once we ripped it to bits.
And it needs feeding up. We already know that. You're not going to do that in a week. Saying that you could. Feed shit out of it.
Turn out
It
not
just
big
comes
hard.
up bloated. Black spot.
We've had orange.
Is it a red spot with black through it, or is it a black spot with a bit of red in it?
It's more or less divided half and half.
Oh, shit.
Yin and yang. Sell it for loads of money. Once you fed it.
Yeah, I reckon you're probably right there, Rob. But Tansho Shuru would have no red, but be pure white and black spot, surely.
I'll get you anything.
So just a. There you go. I shall find out. I'm going to ask Mr. Tate if I see him tomorrow.
It's actually go in the reject bin.
Yeah. You should just let it go. Sell it quick. Let it go cheap. Put it in a sale. Unsured, unidentified.
Yeah. Let's see it. We need to see it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Can't learn unless we see it and we go, oh shit, that's a Garomo.
And then we can go, you're disqualified, Matt.
You would love that as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
Not lying.
yeah, next week.
It would be funny. Right then, what time are you on? Right, it's 10:10, and I've got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So we shall call it Kajaka with a white spot. Yeah. Kajaka with a white spot or a Benny spot. Could be either. Technically. Ish.
Yeah, but isn't the Jackie white-headed anyway?
Yeah, but if he's got a full head of
Got a
red
white
with
window.
a white circle in the middle, it'd be a marathon.
Be a reverse marathon.
God knows. I don't know.
That's what we want to see. I love it.
Yeah.
Good choice.
That's what I mean. This could bring up a lot of random fish. So hopefully people will enjoy sharing those with us. So I want to see loads of fish next week, guys. Let's have a look
It's
at
not about winning. It's about taking part.
Yeah, that's the one. Because at the end of the day, you win. No, it's just us three.
There is no joy
fish to
in
bit.
winning.
It's the taking part that counts.
Mm.
All right, then, guys. Thank you very much for joining us, Matt, Rick, and Crafter that dropped in with us earlier on. Usual thing, guys. If you've been enjoying this kind of content, do us a huge favor: like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and until next week, we'll catch you on the next one. Keep smiling on.
Good night. Enjoy the show. Not this show, the proper show tomorrow.
The proper show. Yeah. See you all there, whoever turns up.
This
Good night,
one's
all.
No, no.
This has been one hell of an experience.
Have a look at that. change in the garden. I made a little seated area there. Into the little bush so you can sit inside and view the pond.